Okay, everybody, so welcome to the Investor Day, the final event of the ClimAccelerator. I want to welcome all of the startups who will be part of this program. I want to welcome investors, our organizers, and our co-mates. So welcome, and now my colleague Anička, she is changing you to the panelists, so we'll begin in a few moments. The first will be carbon capture funds, so please prepare your presentation and you will get the information to start sharing your screen in a few seconds. Thank you very much. Okay, so I would like to ask Carbon Capture Fund to start sharing your screen, and when you are ready, I will start counting 3 minutes, because every startup will have 3 minutes to pitch, and then investors will have 2 minutes to ask. You will be asking by raising your hands. You can see it in the bottom of your screen. So after the startups finish their pitches, so please just raise your hands in case you have any question, and we will promote you to, you will be able to speak and ask your question. So Capture Fund, please. I'm not, okay.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll make you a panelist.
Hello, can you hear and see me now? Hello?
Hello.
Can you see and hear me and see my screen as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you. Perfect. So when you are ready, you start, and I will start counting you 3 minutes, and I will be showing you the time remaining by 3 to 1/2 minute, and then I will stop you when the 3 minutes is out. So.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. We all know that the climate change is real, and the same as pandemic, it highlights the importance of our individual and collective actions in solving global crisis. We also know how crucial forests are. They act as natural carbon sinks, they ensure biodiversity, and moreover, forests have proven to be secure and profitable long-term investments. However, in order to ensure profitability, forests are used as raw materials, which decreases our planet's overall carbon stock. On the positive side, this problem has created an opportunity that we at Carbon Capture Fund are leveraging to change the way we own and capitalize forests. We are creating a blockchain-powered community funding platform for forest acquisition, decentralization, and tokenization. So how does it work? We buy the first forest with our own funds. We split the forest area into thousands of fractions and connect each fraction to a token. We start minting and selling these tokens, and then we direct the income into buying the next forest area, which again is decentralized, tokenized, minted, and sold. By becoming forest owners, we can control what's happening to them. We invest in their safety and health, which increases their ability to absorb CO2 that we can actually sell as carbon credits. Forest incorporation into European emission trading system is now in progress. However, there are also voluntary emission trading markets that are already operating with the CO2 credits for forests. These markets are not regulated by the governments. However, there are several international standards in place to validate the actual carbon capture. And given the fact that these voluntary markets are more risky, and European forest compensations are still in progress, our beachhead market will be crypto market, mainly due to its higher risk tolerance, high capital influx, and because more and more meaningful projects are introduced into this somewhat irrational space. My name is Victoria, and I'm a CEO of the Carbon Capture Fund, and this is my co-founder and all things technical expert, Ivo. We're still early, And since active development of our project started only 2 months ago, nevertheless, this week we are launching our first NFT campaign and are in process to acquire our first forest now. Right now, we're looking for industry experts in blockchain, especially in Cardano, rather than investments. But should you be interested to get on board only, please do not hesitate to contact me. And yeah, let me just finalize by saying that many businesses are already stashing CO2 credits and are preparing for this new market. And with us, you and everyone can join early. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much, Victoria, for your pitch. And now, please, all investors, if you are interested to ask whatever question you like to Victoria, so please raise your hand and we will promote you to be able to speak. So please, Laima, please, you can ask your question now.
Thank you, Victoria, for your presentation. And you was mentioning that you are looking for a blockchain colleague or investor. So could you elaborate a little bit on how are you going to apply blockchain technology for your solution?
Yes, thank you very much for the question. Our platform will be based on the Cardano blockchain, which is known as one of the most sustainable blockchains that there actually are now. And it will be the way how the whole platform will operate because it ensures transparency and convenience in actions. And in order for us to issue the token that then is going to be sold in the crypto space, we actually need to operate on the blockchain. We do actually have internal expertise in the blockchain. As I said, my colleague has IT and technical expertise, but we do need additional expertise on particularly this blockchain, which is Cardano, because it's very unique, and in order to ensure the most feasible tokenomics model, we are looking for somebody with expertise in this area.
Thank you.
Thank you. Now, please, Rasmus, you can ask your question. And meanwhile, Pahanama Industries, please prepare your presentation. You are going next.
Yeah, hi, thanks for the presentation. So I have actually two questions. One, why Cardano, given that you're doing an NFT-based token, essentially on that thing, as I understand, Cardano doesn't have a fully fledged decentralized, the DEX has not been built properly in Cardano yet because it's been in the works. So why not like Solana, for example?
Yes, thank you. Well, we chose Cardano for two reasons, because the actual token for the carbon capture fund will be built as a fungible token. It's not going to be as NFT. Okay. NFT is like our side project that we're using to build community and provide extra funds for our project development, and also funds for our partners that we will be collaborating with.
Okay, and the second one is, so you're targeting individuals purchasing forests, right? Not companies.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, perfect. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. So please, Victoria, stop sharing your screen, and Pahanama Industries, please start sharing your screen. We will share the contact information of all startups with you. So even if you weren't able to ask the question, you will have the chance to get to contact with them. So don't worry. When you are ready, you can start.
Okay, so I will start. So Pachamama, Mother Earth in Inca mythology. We took this image into our approach of manufacture, and we developed our first product, thermo wood chips. Innovative, natural, and sustainable heat insulation material. And my favorite one is that we make it out of waste materials. Why we do this? So the global demand for the heat insulation materials annually grow by 4%. In addition, ecological ones grow annually by 8. And the current food fiber solutions have many weaknesses. Although declared as ecological materials for water resistance, waxes from petrochemicals are used. Outside the EU, unknown glues and other raw materials can be used. And yet these products are very high priced and have high transportation costs. Therefore, we made a material which is naturally water resistant without any impurities. It's made in the EU under strict norms without any harmful chemicals. We found a way how to cut the expenses and offer better price. And for B2B customers, we found how to cut the transportation costs. So how we do this? We take waste of wooden production, short wood chips, thermally modify and convert to highly efficient heat insulation product. In a specific environment with certain temperatures and pressures, burned without oxygen with the green energy. The result is product which is water resistant, has excellent insulation properties, not liked by the rodents. It has low production costs, 100% natural, and manufactured with zero waste. Our ways to market, first will be B2C through the retail. Second, B2B to timber prefab factories. By selling or renting the technology, they can in-house produce from their own wood chips their own heat insulation, thus achieving mentioned savings on transport. Who's behind this? On the left, you can find our team. On the right, we are honored to be on site with a well-known inventor, often referred to as today's Leonardo da Vinci of Latvia, Egons Garklaus. We participate in this program looking for support for the next steps we must accomplish. And these are the feasibility studies, technology prototype, necessary documentations, the production facility, design for the product, and startup of the production. With this small step, we want to give our contribution to help develop sustainable construction to meet growing demand of new comfortable living spaces, while preserving and improving the environment. So Pachamama Industries, thank you.
Thank you very much for your presentation. And now for all investors, you can raise your hand to ask a question. So, okay. Do we have any questions from anybody? Please just raise your hand. Okay, so Toby, please ask your question now.
Yes, hello, thanks, Rudolf. There are lots of similar wood chip or natural fiber-based insulation materials, and you seem to be at a fairly early stage in terms of certification or testing or production. So how can you claim to be better?
We know for this water resistance, and for water resistance, we know it from the experience, because although we have tests currently running in a state lab, we have already for 2 years the first products installed in the real houses, and also this water resistant is tested just with the real life, that the material has been in the water for 1.5 years and hasn't been reacted with the water. And also the next step is the heat insulation characteristics, which also it was just made during one test project where several heat insulation materials were tested in very small buildings for the University of Latvia, and from these tests we have this how to say it correctly in English, not the belief, but yeah, the trust in our product. And just right now we having, as I said, these tests in the state laboratory, which will prove it on the paper.
Yeah.
The first characteristics.
Yeah, no, great, thanks. So just to say, you know, next time when you're pitching, you could add that in, because I think that adds a lot of credibility and trust to say that you've done your waterproofing tests for up to 2 years, and you've done some heat heat tests in the university laboratory, it adds credibility. But otherwise, yeah, thanks.
Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you very much. So we can move on to Calm IT, and I would like to ask all startups, please make your answers short so we can make more of them, because we have a time schedule we need to stick on. So please, Calm IT, stop sharing your screen and prepare for a pitch. You can start when you are ready.
Unmute. Okay, I was on mute. Okay, hello, my name is Damian. With Calm IT, we help cities to make smarter decisions and save them a lot of money with our brand new AI-based solution that changes the way traffic is analyzed. After more than a decade of our experience in IT, we created Calm to help one of our customers with a specific problem, a complex long-term study of traffic in his area, which, as you may imagine, is a very difficult and a time-consuming job. And of course, in a modern society, nobody wants to count cars or hire any specialist for such a mundane and recurring tasks. As a result, authorities make choices based on outdated information or just their feelings. Luckily, we do have a simple solution. We build an entirely new AI-based system that includes everything and changes the way we look at the traffic and air quality. Calm is a software platform that allows any IP camera or other IoT sensors to be connected. Using our own AI models, we analyze video footage from cameras and combine it with data from sensors, creating analytical reports for future city planning. We have identified 3 groups of our competitors, and they all have to use additional hardware. These are usually some telco carriers who only resell partial solutions, hardware manufacturers, or companies that specialize in just one single element measurement. On top of that, we are a great team with lots of experience. We are much more flexible and can innovate faster. We have AI guru with a PhD from Slovak University of Technology, a lawyer experienced in company management and sales, and a telco engineer skilled in IT operations and coding. Calm is a customer-driven innovation, and the need for such solution is backed up by generating revenue of 70,000 euros by our 3 paying customers who have already experienced real-world benefits like better road maintenance or improved bus lanes. But we don't rest. We also take part in 1 more pilot and have 3 other opportunities in our pipeline. We market Calm as a software as a service to make it even more convenient for our clients. Our initial go-to strategy is to contact medium-sized municipalities via direct channels with a freemium offer. And our main goal is to use our partners network to expand our reach even further. We believe that technology should be used to make our lives better. And our ambition is to be present in every major city in Europe within 3 to 5 years and start monetizing the data. We are already talking with our partners in Poland, Hungary, and Czech Republic to go international. And we are now searching for a 500,000 euro of initial seed investment to help us innovate faster and grow our team. Thank you for your time. I'm happy to answer any questions.
Thank you very much, Damian. And now time for a question. We have, please raise your hand if you are interested to ask a question. Still waiting for a question, so please ask if you are interested in anything about Calm IT.
Or you can send us an email or call us or contact us otherwise.
Okay, so we have a question. Who are your paying customers?
Our paying customers are districts of capital city of Bratislava in Slovakia. It's like a small municipality, and they have this our solution deployed for over 1 year, so they are already experiencing benefits from this solution. And yeah, the districts of Bratislava.
Okay, so will you shift to a B2B business model instead of B2G?
This is something we have considered, and at the moment we aim to leave it as a B2G, but after we gather some critical amount of data, our plan is to shift into the B2B business with monetizing the data.
Okay, thank you. So now I would like to ask Battery Check to accept being a panelist. If you can do so, so we can start with your pitch. So maybe meanwhile we can skip to endangered wildlife, so we can change the order of your pitching. So please, endangered wildlife, if you can share your screen. We have Michal from Battery Check here, so it's okay. Okay, so Michal, when you are ready, please start. You need to unmute yourself. Michal, we can hear you, so please unmute yourself and start again.
Okay. The world is changing, and the way we generate electricity and also how we consume it is fundamentally changing. And this is also because of the rise of carbon dioxides and our initiatives how to fight with it. In order to add more renewables into the grid and also, change the way we consume, we are adding more and more batteries in the whole supply and also consumption chain. What manufacturers are doing is that basically they are cutting the cables or going out of the fossil fuels and internal combustion engines and produce more and more professional and consumer devices with the batteries. And it is not easy for these guys because this is a new area. They invest a lot of money and struggle with the new challenges which are happening on the market, which is supply chain, mostly to get the battery cells out of Asia. Then it's hard for them to understand the battery life and how long the batteries would live, and also pushing and pressing regulation from the EU and also the Green Deal. In order to tackle this problem, we put together a team of the people who have 20 plus years of experience, either in the IoT or battery manufacturing design, data analytics or operations to pursue and come up with a solution for manufacturers, how they can monitor and analyze the batteries. And the current solution is very pragmatic. All of us know that there is a battery indicator, which is showing a couple of indications we heavily rely on. What we want to do is we want to build up the predictive analytical platform, which will be able to provide more insights regarding the batteries. It's a pure software solution, no hardware. So we simply take the data which already exists from the batteries, and these will be transferred via API to our battery check solution. And then once we find anomalies and calculate the predictions, we'll put it into our cloud-based platform, so manufacturers would know what's happening there. We are not going to change what is existing, so we are not going to replace battery management system, but provide more advanced analytics to prevent failures of the devices and keep the service level agreements of the manufacturers to make their life easier. Market potential is huge, especially in European Union. There is an estimate that more than 26 billion devices will be IoT connected, but our market might be around almost like 1 billion, because these will be devices which will be connected to internet and be able to provide more insights. We do have some competition, mostly in automotive, but we are targeting IoT. Our business model is a monthly subscription.
Sorry, Michal, your time is up, so please finish your sentence, and then the investors, please raise your hand if you want to ask something.
Okay, I stopped.
So, okay. Laima, please ask your question.
Thank you. And I would like to ask to continue on the business model. Is the most interesting.
Okay. The business model would be either monthly subscription for mostly the products which are in a professional area, or it will be a prepayment for the more consumer end. So the manufacturers will prepay it for the warranty period, which is mostly 2 years, and it will depend, I mean, on their decision on how they want to do it. As we already received the Circle of Excellence last year, we would like to, I mean, apply again in the upcoming year, meaning in 2020, and that's why we would like to, I mean, raise up to 750,000 in 2 tranches to cover the almost 18 months of our operations, which will be a mandatory 30% of the EICA Accelerator EU funding.
Thank you. Please, Sim Teller, you can ask your question.
Hi, how have you validated the solution, your solution, and what kind of traction you have?
Yeah, we have more than 10 pilots, and we already have 3 customers whom we are going to integrate, and once we have them inside of our platform, which will be around spring next year, they will become paying customers.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Now, Endangered Wildlife is going next, and please, Crabworks, accept to being a panelist, so you will be ready when your time will come, because you will be after the Endangered Wildlife. Thank you very much. When you are ready, you can start.
So my name is Shana Gavron, and I'm the CEO of Endangered Wildlife. The world is facing a massive extinction event. So before we can actually help people, we need to start to help the planet. While we intrinsically understand this, it is difficult to actually grasp the financial value of biodiversity and the impact we are having on biodiversity. So this is where we at Endangered Wildlife come in. We're an Estonian tech for good that is developing a software solution that allows users to calculate the financial value of individual species of biodiversity in any specific location. Now, with the changing reporting requirements around the world and the growth in ESG and biodiversity awareness, the market needs new solutions. In order to address this challenge, we are developing the Biodiversity Evaluator, which is a machine learning software that calculates the financial value of individual species of biodiversity in specific locations, based on a methodology combining pure finance, pure statistics, environmental statistics, and environmental economics, and has already been applied to over 100 in 25 locations. How to incorporate biodiversity into the strategic and investment decision-making process, and how investors and companies can report on biodiversity impact in a simple, understandable way without the need for expert knowledge. We have already developed the light version of our MVP of the software using advanced algorithms and a proof of concept machine learning, and we expect it or plan to expand beyond consulting by launching the full Biodiversity Evaluator within 12 months with SaaS and licensed product options. We are literally the first to develop such a practical and scalable solution for biodiversity and stand alone in this new impact niche that we are currently forging into the $1 billion ESG analytics space. To date, we have already received interest for the solution from the real estate, infrastructure, agriculture, renewable energy, and finance sectors. We have made pilots, software development while in Global Compact. We are now looking to raise €1 million to accelerate our software development and extend our market reach. We are a multi-skilled professional team of 13 with 3 advisors with experience in finance, environment, statistics, IT, and marketing. I've been working on this since 2005 and have a double master in finance, currently finishing my second biodiversity-related master's. Our team came together with a unified drive and motivation to have this great impact as possible. We are endangered wildlife and we value all life. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your pitch. Please now raise your hand to ask a question. We have Marga, please, you can now ask your question. Marga Zivatir, you are unmuted, so you can ask your question. Okay, so we will proceed with Sim Teller.
Hey, Shana. You mentioned that challenge is switching from services business to software-based solution. What do you envision being the biggest challenge on this journey?
The biggest challenge to get to the software is essentially data. This is why we're developing the software with machine learning to help speed up and improve the data collection process. We are also in discussions with potential partners to be able to collect live data. We're also developing a software to allow a user who, for example, if you're doing an environmental impact assessment, you can incorporate a biodiversity survey into that, and you can then upload the data there. We've also been speaking with people from San Diego Zoo who are working in Amazon, who say between acoustics, eDNA, and camera traps, the data and libraries of biodiversity is improving significantly. So that is our current challenge, but I think as technology improves, the challenge is going to reduce.
Thank you. Now, Trinu Lucas.
Yes, do you hear me?
Yes.
Hi, thank you for the presentation. I wonder, can you also name maybe some regulations that are starting to support the biodiversity analytics in big corporations as well?
One of the ones which is quite important and super urgent is the SFDR, which is Europe requiring banks, for example, and financial institutions to start reporting their impact on biodiversity. The other thing that's come through is the TNFD, which is a task force for nature-based disclosures, which we actually are a forum member of. And over the next a few years, they're actually working on how to set the policies for the measurement of biodiversity for reporting purposes. There's also changing regulations that are occurring in Canada and North America from an ESG reporting standard. So it's basically something that's starting to, over the past, I've seen it last six to 12 months, people are starting to talk about it more and more.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for your question. Now, please, Shana, stop sharing your screen, and I would like to ask Radworks to start sharing your screen. You are going next.
Hello, I am Matthias from Gratworks. So after COP26, many smart people claim that the climate change has already happened because we rely on unrealistic hopes for the future technologies, for the climate tipping points we have not yet passed. And Gratworks hopes to stand out here by avoiding just 1/10 of those big landscape fires that we have all seen during recent years. We could set back the global greenhouse gas emissions by 1%. And we do that by early fire detection and helping firefighters to understand where the fire is and where it will spread. So we combine machine vision, drones, and GSM connectivity to detect the location of the fire without any human input, and we display it on the map while the drone is still on the air. We can stream this information straight to where it actually matters, to the central control room while the drone is still on air. Our technology pays for itself. So extinguishing a small fire of a few hectares costs 20 to 30,000 euros per day. So just by avoiding 2 days of firefighting would pay for 3 drones. And we can scale quickly because due to data breach concerns, the Western countries are banning the market leader Chinese DJI from the governmental sector. And we have launched our seed round to fill this market gap and grab this market with 100,000 potential customers in the Western countries alone. And if we reach 10% from the global market, it would mean 300 million euros annual sales revenue. The good news is that the same hardware and server setup allows us also to sell to other markets like police, the border guard, aerial mapping companies, security companies. So here in the image, you see our drone operating in the Lithuanian-Belarusian border with our drone nest and precision landing system. It's fully autonomous. There is no pilot in the loop. And we already have first orders coming in, and we will soon be able to cover our running costs from the sales profit. So with our awesome team, Kratworks is here to knock off 1% from the global greenhouse gas emissions. And think about what you will say to your children while the climate disaster unrolls. You can make a difference here. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And now it's time for your questions. So please raise your hand or write it in Q&A, and I will try to read it if you add a new one. Okay, so Toby, please ask your question.
Yeah, hi, thanks, Matthias. Who would be the customer and how would you price it?
We have two models. One is for the software only, SaaS, where we can do some level of fire detection with drones the firefighters already have. We don't intend to make a lot of money with it, but it's good just to scale up. So it would solve two problems, but like one of the fire detection, but the other mostly that the firefighters sit on legacy software and they don't have an easy access to data. So with this data port, they can get access to the drone aerial data, but also satellite imagery, weather data, map data, landscape elevation model, and all that, what they actually need to make their work efficient. And then the second is the hardware. So although drones are commoditized, our success hypothesis relies on the assumption that all the Western countries will ban the DJI from the market, and then there is enough room and enough margin for producers like us.
Thank you very much. And now please, Jim Totti, you can ask your question.
Thanks very much for the talk. You mentioned you were doing a seed round. How much are you raising?
750,000 euros.
Okay, thank you.
Now, Marga, you can ask your question. We have still time.
Man nav vēl, paldies.
Sorry, you have a raised hand, so we thought that you want to ask a question. So, okay, if we have any question, we can proceed. Soli Kropas.
Thank you.
I hope you can hear me loud and clear.
Yes, thank you very much.
Okay, let's start. My name is Mantas, and today I'm representing Team Solicrop. Of course, we are for self-sustainable future. So our problem is climate change. 18.4% of total CO2 emissions is coming from agriculture. It's even more than from transportation. So how do we solve this problem? Solution is agro-PV. It's not a new idea, and it has different sectors: cattle breeding, crop production, and greenhouses. So we picked the hardest problem, which is greenhouse, and created solar modules for greenhouses. We are at the patent creation stage. We are trying to develop our prototype right now. So our solution looks like this. We have two-layer solar module. At the first layer, we have bifacial solar cells. They can absorb sunlight from both sides. And on the second layer, we have reflective coating, which is going to reflect unnecessary light for crops and increase our module efficiency by 20%. Of course, you're going to have different modules with different levels of transparency. That's because for different crops, we need a different amount of sunlight. So market is huge, enormous. If we look globally, if you look in Lithuania, our ideal customer is agro-shiltnamiai. They represent medium-sized advanced greenhouses, and majority of time they produce cucumbers and tomatoes. So we have a couple alternative solutions, and we are different in couple factors. First one, efficiency. We have 20% more efficiency. This number is not from the sky, it's from computer simulations. And of course, our solution gonna uniformly distribute sunlight in the greenhouse, which is really important for crops. Financials. So we produce, create solar modules, and we sell them. We can see one solar module price, and that's how our business model works in really simple form. Funding needed is around this cute number, and the cost structure at the moment is majority for R&D and staffing costs. I want to just say we are really need funding for staffing costs because we want that our employees live good and sustainable life. So impact. First one, increased land use efficiency. Second one, electricity consumption for the farmer gonna drop from 8 to 9%. Of course, ROI for farmer is from 10 to 14%, depends if they get European Union financing, and there is a lot of other impacts. That's how it's gonna look, and our team is awesome. We have Edgar, he is responsible for installation solution on the greenhouse. We have Linus, he is business development financial guy, and we have me, I'm just talking and pitching our idea. Of course, we have a couple partners, and if you have any questions, let's have a chat. That's our email. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mantas. Now it's time for questions, so please raise your hand. Trina, Lucas, you can ask your question now.
Did you say that, thanks for the pitch, did you say that you don't have a prototype, or you have some sort of prototype already?
Yes, right now we are working on building prototype and patent creation.
Thanks.
Thank you very much. And now Tom Doe from Industrial Tech 4, you can ask your question. Okay, you can ask your question now, or we will proceed with anybody else. So, do we have any other question? Okay, KP Cleantech Estonia.
Yeah, hi. I want to ask, so you said you're 20% more efficient. Is it hardware or software, or where does that come from?
Efficiency is coming from excess sunlight absorption from second side of our bifacial solar cell. So we reflect unnecessary sunlight on the second layer with reflective coating, and we just increase sunlight absorption. So we reflect unnecessary light and we increase our efficiency.
All right, and it doesn't overheat?
No, we don't have this problem at the moment.
Okay, cool, thanks.
Thank you very much, Mantas. Thank you very much for your questions, investors. So now we are proceeding with Pumpur. So please prepare yourself and start sharing your screen. So, Regan is showcased.
Hello.
Hello.
You can hear me, as I understand, right?
Yeah, I think.
So I am presenting to you Ragane Šokės, Baltic Herbal Self-Care and Rituals. Well, you probably have experienced this yourself. We live in crazy times of rapid changes with all the technology, multitasking that we do, climate shifts, pandemics. It's natural that more and more people report to be anxious, stressed, or overwhelmed. And automatically they want to do something about it, right? So hence the huge growth of the global wellness industry, which has grown to 4 trillion. And its growth has been twice as fast as the growth of the global economy even. And it's not going to stop anytime soon. So that's why we at Ragane Šokės, we want to jump on that train and we want to participate as well. And what we offer to our customers is product kits, which contain products as well as experiences. So the first one we're working on is a herbal tea blend with reusable linen tea bags, beeswax candles, and a guided tea meditation. And we are offering a symbiosis in between the product and experience, as I mentioned, and the products being sustainable, local, and supporting the circular economy. And the experiences would be virtual rituals, guided meditations, educational events, and we also want to create a strong social media community platform so our customers can feel happy and safe and would have a place to be. And according to the calculations of the CIF tool, our carbon footprint is negative, and we intend to keep it that way. Currently, we pre-launched the tea meditation, and a fun fact that we learned along the way was that this was the first recorded tea meditation in Lithuania. So it's currently gathering feedback and data for us. And what people seem to appreciate is the depth, the slowing down, and spending time with their own selves. And we also market tested other products on a small scale at the beginning of the year. And that was natural blend hydrosols and candles. People seem to appreciate that as well. Our distribution channels are a mix of digital and physical, and the revenue streams involve product sales and subscriptions, monthly kits, and loyal customers that will be coming back for refills. And the growth vision that we have for the next few years is to create ourselves a physical space where we could have a lab, a storage space, an office, and we also want to grow our team and we want to grow the production. And currently, the team is 4 people. So I'm responsible for the creative concepts and managing. I have a production and research partner, a web designer, and a marketing strategist on my team. We're happy and confident with what we do. And that's it from us. So if you're interested, please get in touch. Otherwise, thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much, Inessa. Now it's time for a question. So, okay, please, Leima Balchione, you can ask your question.
Thank you. My question is what is exactly that you are selling, that you are creating? Is it a tea? Is it facilitation of meditation? Is it a service? Actually, I did not get it completely.
Okay. So the product that we're creating is like, it's a blend of a product and an experience. So for example, if you buy a product kit from us, you also get access to meditation.
Thank you. Please, if anybody else have any question, just raise your hand and we will give you permission to speak. Okay, so one more from Leima.
One more question is, if no one is asking, is it a local service, or are you going to go to other markets, to not only to Baltics or perhaps Scandinavia? How are you going to scale?
For the moment, it's the local market. While we are testing and growing, it's going to be the local market, and then when we're successfully grown as a production team, then we're going to expand to other markets as well.
Great, thank you very much, Inessa, for your presentation and for your answers. And we are proceeding with the last startups from this group, Friends of the Sea, and then we will have a short break.
Okay, hello, can you hear me?
Yes, thank you, we can hear you.
So
when you are ready.
much. Thank you for your opportunity for us to introduce our company and product just before we break. So as you know, plastic production, millions of tons per year are growing exponentially, and every year 12 million tons of plastic is dumped into our oceans. So this significantly affects marine animals and human health, economy, and climate in particular. So what is traditionally offered and what do we offer? Traditionally, we offer is, first of all, to reduce the waste, reduce plastic waste, and replace traditional raw materials, which would for sure decrease greenhouse effect. But we would like to offer something in addition. We offer to use sustainable multifunctional items. By multifunctional, we mean that using one item instead of a few, we reduce resources, energy for production, and also we reduce space at home. So we design and produce sustainable multifunctional products made from recycled marine plastic. And one of our products is Maramiko beach bag rug, to be used all year round, beach bag, beach rug, and home rug in wintertime. It may also come with personalized covers. Our idea is to sell it on our e-shop for a price of 99 euros. We plan to produce in the coming year about 200 bags. That would be the equivalent to the climate impact to around 11,000 trees or 30 times driving a car around the world. So our idea was born in May this year. So far, we signed agreement with Social Cleaning, Ocean Cleaning Initiative Sequel, signed supply agreement with Lamar, a producer of recycled fabrics from plastic, as local textile manufacturers as well. And we created 3 prototypes. So as you see, we're a very fresh company so far, but we offer a real opportunity to make an impact by joining the initiative and becoming a member of Sea Friends community. Because just buying a single beach bag rug, you make an impact equivalent to 16 trees in terms of carbon footprint reduction. And in general, it's a great feeling to be a true friend of the sea. So if you are ready to make an impact, buy our multifunctional product. And we are interested in collaboration with recycled fabrics manufacturers, retailers, and as well as scientists who are researching possibilities to recycle old fishing nets and other marine plastic types. So if you want to contact us, this is us, Sea Friends, me, Yeva, and Rasa, my colleague. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Yeva. And now we are going with questions. We have questions from Lena. Please, you can ask your question now.
Thank you, Eva, for your presentation. What's next? What are you going to do next? And what is needed for you to, I don't know, for your next steps?
Mm-hmm. Thank you for your question. So next, we want to start serial production. We want to produce and test the market. And we are going to produce for the moment from the fabrics brought from non-Lithuanian producers. And the next, the further step would be to mediate the product, between the the plastics to be recycled. We want to get into the contacts also with the local producers to have some recycling to be done in Lithuania. And later on, we would like to explore the options of Baltic Sea cleaning possibilities, together with perhaps some scientists working with the sea research of the Baltic Sea. So that is our further perspective. We would like to meet people who are responsible for old fishing nets utilization. Let them meet scientists who can help to recycle it, and then meet the local manufacturers who can produce yarn and then produce the textiles for our bags to be produced. So this is our idea.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. And we have one more question from Do from Industrial Tech.
Hi, this is Elizabeth from B2B. Thank you for the great pitch. I haven't fully understood how you gather the plastic from the ocean, or how can you ensure enough raw material for you to process that to your end products?
Thank you for the question. So basically, as I mentioned, we are now the members of the Sequel Ocean Cleaning Initiative, and the textile we are buying is certified textile with clear path where the yarn was, how the yarn was made, where the plastic was collected, and how it appeared on the yarn, what is the composition of the textile, and this makes us to believe that the textile we are using is really made of marine or on land plastic.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much as well. And now we are finished with our first group. We will have now 5 minutes of break, and then we will proceed with next startups. And the first startup from the next group is Enzymatic from Latvia. So be prepared, please. And so see you in 5 minutes. Thank you. We will start at 2:05 in CET time and 3:05 in EET time. Thank you. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. For the newcomers, welcome. So we will now proceed with the second group of ClimAccelerator startups. The first startup pitching will be Enzymity. So please just prepare yourself. And meanwhile, for those who just came, you will be pitching in the order as you were written. And we will make you a panelist. So please, when you get an invitation to become a panelist, accept it. And then after their pitch will finish, the investors will have a chance to ask a question by raising hand, and we will permit it to speak. So please, now Enzymity, you can start whenever you are ready.
Thank you so much. Can you see the slides?
Yeah, thank you. We can see the slide and we can hear you. So.
Awesome. Hello, everyone, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Andriy on behalf of Enzymity, and we're working on the bio platform for true plastics circularity. So here's old news. More than 90% of today's new plastic is still made from fossil fuels, despite millions of tons of plastic waste generated each year and billions still lying in the landfills and floating in the ocean. Our solution to this mess is called enzymatic biorecycling, gently breaking down plastic waste into constituent components using nature-inspired active proteins, enzymes, which have been engineered for efficiency and scale. The resulting outputs, the monomers, can be retrieved and used to create new high-quality plastics, again and again and again, a potentially infinite loop. So what about the existing plastic recycling, you might ask? Well, most of it is currently mechanical, which means that plastic waste is being ground up and reformed into low-quality and low-value products, with some serious environmental risks along the way. The still immature chemical recycling promises higher circularity, but at the cost of using toxic compounds and a lot of energy. Enzymes are the most advanced catalysts known to man. So our process is highly selective, which means lower pre-processing requirements. It runs at much lower temperature, which means less energy demands, and it results in 30% less CO2 emissions compared to fossil fuel feedstocks. So the first type of plastic we're tackling is called polyethylene terephthalate, commonly known as PET. It's one of the most popular packaging materials in the world with a steadily growing global demand. And food-grade PET bottles and other items are currently only achievable at scale with fossil fuel feedstocks. There is, however, a mounting awareness among consumers about the need to improve plastic recycling, which puts pressure on the consumer brands to adopt increasingly bold circularity pledges. PET producers, in turn, are on the lookout for new opportunities to meet this rising demand for sustainable solutions. And this is where we come in. The enzymatic depolymerization technology can be licensed to PET producers, recyclers, and chemical feedstock manufacturers, with the enzyme sales as an additional recurring revenue stream. We are a Riga-based team combining business, biotechnology, and sustainability expertise. And we are working on engineered enzymes for turning plastic waste into valuable raw materials for new high-quality plastic, with lower resource requirements and emissions, and at competitive prices. We are looking for pre-seed funding to move from proof of concept to a pilot within the following year. Thank you very much, and I'll be happy to take your questions.
Thank you very much, Andriy. And now it's time for a question. So if you are interested in to ask any question, please just raise your hand. And so Sim, you can ask your question now, please.
Hi. Is the business model to license the technology, or do you plan to build plants yourself? And the second question, the enzymes, the companies that would buy those, are those located in Europe or are they in Asia? What does the supply chain look like? Thank you.
Thank you, Sim. Or was it, no, was it something else, someone else? Sorry, I cannot see the name of the person who asked the question, but still, thank you for the question. So to answer the first part, our current business model outlook is to license the technology, so the process design documentation, and potentially also sell the enzymes for the clients who are going to use that documentation to build plants and operate the plants. So in short, we're not planning to build plants ourselves because it's much more capital intensive. We would like rather to focus on the core of the technology, which is engineering the enzymes to be as efficient as possible and work on as many plastic types as possible. To answer your second question, our initial target market is Europe. So in general, the plastic supply chain is quite concentrated. So about I think about 60% of the plastic market is something like 10 or 15 producers, and with the rest being smaller. Some of them are located in Europe, and some chemical feedstock manufacturers are also located in Europe, and this is what we're going to target in the first place. But of course, our ambitions are global, and the technology is scalable to any part of the world, regardless. So it's not really dependent on the location.
Thank you. One short question from Toby. Toby, you can ask your question now. Okay, so then we will proceed with Biodiversity, and please, all startups, just rename yourself and put the name of your startup after your name, so we can we will know who you are and we can make you a panelist. So,
right. Thank you. Cheers.
Okay, when you're ready.
I can start, yes?
We can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Very bad. So maybe something with your mic.
Is it better now?
Yeah, it's better. Okay.
So, hi, my name is Michelle, and I'm the co-founder of Biodiversity. Biodiversity is a vegan leather made from potato leaves and technical hemp fiber. How did I came up with this idea? Well, first, I noticed that there is a huge problem in fashion industry. It produces over 92 million tons of waste per year, with the leather industry being one of the most polluting processes in fashion industry. Of course, besides leather, there are many substitutes, and as a fashion designer myself, I tried a lot of different plant-based vegan leathers, and I understood that the more material is natural by composition, the less it is durable. And this is how I came up with Biodiversity, a plant-based vegan leather. It consists from 2 layers. The base layer is made from potato leaves and technical hemp fiber, and the upper layer is made from biopolymer. We are going to sell the material for 55 euros per meter. That's an average price for plant-based vegan leathers. Our material is environmentally sustainable. We have estimated that 1 square meter of Biodiversity offsets at least 76 kilos of CO2. We believe that now is a perfect time to enter the market, because it is estimated that vegan leather market will reach 75 billion euros by 2025. But how do we know there is demand exactly for our material? Well, we already have 120 small designers who would like to work with the Biodiversity, and we are also now negotiating with a big brand, Gani, that is interested, and we have just talked with the representatives, and they are interested in ordering 10,000 meters of our material. Our business model is so that we are going to work directly with the producers in fashion and interior industries. Right now, we have produced 65 meters of our materials that we are going to distribute as a free samples to designers, and also test and certificate the material. After that, we are going to produce the next batch of 1,000 meters. And we are targeting the production cost of 15 euro per meter. And we're now looking for 50,000 euros in investment to launch mass production of our material. Our goal for 2022 to produce and sell 20,000 meters of our material. We are a team of passionate people with experience and knowledge in marketing, fashion, production, and also sustainability issues. We worked a year to develop the technology, and we are now ready to bring it to the world. That's all. Thank you. I will be happy to answer your questions.
Thank you very much, Michelle. And now time for a question. We have a question from Trino Lucas. So please, you can ask your question now.
Yeah, hello. Thank you. It was a perfect pitch. I think you pointed out everything important. But one thing, I think there are quite several companies doing the same, trying to find solutions for the material waste problem, and also alternative leather companies. So why is your hemp-based and this polymer mixed material better?
There are two things. One is the performance. So as you can see, for example, here, the natural leather is performing really well in terms of strength and resistance, but other plant-based leathers are not that good. And this is one of the problems we are solving, because our combination of raw materials makes the material really strong. And the second thing is the look of the material, because most of the existing alternatives, they are imitating the look of natural leather, but we are going to make for the material a special texture that looks like a leaf. So it is special both by performance and the look of the material. But yeah, of course, I agree that there are all kinds of different plant-based leathers, but with our leather, currently there are no such materials. It's completely unique. It's our invention.
Thank you.
I hope I answered your question.
Yes, sure.
Okay, one more question from Toby.
Yes, thanks, Michelle. You mentioned that you've produced 65 square meters and handed out as free samples then to a number of big brands there, and I'm sure they're very happy to get free samples. What have they said that you need to do then for them to start buying your product?
So I just today had a Zoom call with a representative of this brand Gani that I mentioned, and yes, they said that if they like the material, their minimum order is 10,000 meters, and that was actually like the targeted batch for us that we wanted to produce but sell to small designers. Like right now we are ready for these quantities, and of course with the time we could expand, because the material is mass produced at factories. We are now outsourcing production at 2 factories, one that is making the base and the second that is making the top layer. So currently, like, scalability is not the big problem for us.
Okay, thanks.
Because it's mass production.
Okay, thank you, Michelle, for your pitch and for answering questions. And now we are going with Björn Ferrick.
Hello, everyone. Most of you probably know Fridays for Future, but why we need a biorefinery for the future, you might ask. Sounds pretty boring, but we will not save our planet by skipping school. We will need engineering, and we will need lots of engineering to solve our pressing problems. In the next 30 years, we have to feed 2 billion more people, and with skyrocketing meat and dairy demand, coupled with already strained resources, this will be a very challenging task. Actually, the answer is already in most of animals, and it's in the microbes that are in our gut. If we feed these microbes substances called prebiotics, they are directly affecting our health and performance. So we produce these prebiotics from abundant crop residues, which are usually burned, and enable offering feed technology solutions to farm animals, which hitherto has been prohibitively expensive. Besides having a fourfold efficiency compared to other prebiotics out there, we are also able to produce input materials for the emerging alternative proteins and lipid fermentations. Our two go-to-market directions is direct sales to integrated industrial farms or supply ingredients to specialized feed producers or premix producers. Currently, we're engaged with local academia for R&D and equipment for tests, and for the industrial validation will be done with the help of a leading European biorefinery engineering partners. But most importantly, there is big interest from the industry. Biorefic is the brainchild of Raitis, who has developed the technology over 7 years during his PhD studies. Myself, I am Emils. I am a lawyer and business consultant, but I'm very passionate about industrial biotechnology. And we have Martin, who is covering the operational and finance part of the startup. Our advisors is Valdis, the go-to person for carbon and circular economy, and Martin Chanch, who is an expert in biomass conversions. To do industrial scale validations, we are looking for 700,000 euros. And if you're willing to join in taking the bioeconomy to the next level, contact us and we'll be pleased to talk to you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Emils. And now please time for a question. So just raise your hand and we will make you able to speak. Okay. So Trino, Lucas, you can ask your question now.
Yes, so you focused right now the meat production part of your offer. As I understood, then these probiotics would accelerate meat production or make it more efficient. But you also have other applications as well. As I read here, what will be the
So the core product is prebiotics for animal feed. This is the core product. A side stream will be a substrate for the alternative protein and lipid fermentations. And in future, we plan to develop purification to such a scale that it can be offered also in the food and beverages markets, so for human consumption. But the first step is the animal feed market.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. And do we have any other question? Okay, it looks like we don't have any other questions. So thank you very much, Emils, for your pitch for answering the question. And we are proceeding with Transportly. So.
Hello, can you hear me? Can you see the screen, please?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, perfect. So, hello everyone, my name is Sam, I'm from the company Transportly. We are a software company specialized in logistics, and our first product is a transport management software for road cargo carriers. It's a simple administration tool where these companies can have a better overview of all their operation and keep track of all their business activities. Our team currently consists of 6 members, and we all have a background in a freight forwarding business. Our partner company, Svida, is in the business for more than 5 years and is dealing with hundreds of these carriers on a daily basis. We also have an own IT development team, which has made the specialized software for SVIDA, so they are very well aware of all the specifics this business takes. The idea, we came up with the idea to build this software last year after we conducted a market research among 50 carriers from 3 different countries, and we have found out that many of them, they share the same pain problems. One of them is that, especially for small and medium companies, they do not use any digital solution to manage their business, and that means they are not very time efficient, and also there is a higher risk of making a mistake due to human error. And the other one is problem with the cash flow. Most of the companies, they shared with us, they already had the experience with having their invoices unpaid, and with a combination of long billing periods as long as 60 days. This can very easily lead to bankruptcy, especially for the small companies on the market. We decided to address these problems step by step. First, we aim on the management problem. And so we developed the transport management software where all the business information of these companies can be found in one simple online workspace. So the employees can not only share the information between one another, but also with their clients or their drivers, and never lose track again of their data. It works as a combination of web application for the dispatcher in the office and also the mobile application for the driver. For the cash flow, we plan to build on new features in this software, either to speed up the data processing by making speed up the data processing so they can issue the invoices faster and send it to their clients, and also offer factoring services so the users can have their invoices repaid by us directly. Because small and medium companies, they cannot afford a large investment at once, we decided to sell our product as a software as a service. So the users will just pay the monthly or yearly fee for the license, and they use the software only as long as they pay for the software only as long as they use it. Like this, they can enjoy the perks of having this software without having to make the single investment.
Thank you, Samuel.
Thank you for the attention.
Yeah, thank you very much. And now it's time for a question. So, we have any question for Damian, for Samuel, sorry. Okay, so you can ask question if you want. If we don't have any, we will proceed with the modulo. So, okay, it seems like we don't have any questions. So,
all right, thanks.
Thank you very much, Samuel. And please, Jana from Modulo.
Hi, okay, so let me share my screen. Okay, can you see the presentation?
Yes, we can.
Okay, so the life has changed over the past years. The global pandemic has resulted in the increasing demand for hygienic products, and this is not going away. Every public space must meet the related hygienic standards, which might become a challenge since the supplies are already shortening. In some countries, retailers have begun limiting the purchase of hand sanitizers, and such restrictions are leading to increasing the price. The demand for hand sanitizers has witnessed a meteoric rise since the outbreak of the pandemic. Even distilleries or breweries are using their alcohol expertise to help fight the coronavirus. A solution is very simple: find a better way. And that's what we have done. We have figured out how to use nanotechnology to give water disinfectant properties. The modulo is designed for public areas with high concentration of people, and we aim to sell it to organizations or enterprises who are concerned about the ecological impact of their actions. As the device offers hardware and software upgrades, we believe that it can be commercially scalable and sustainable. The global hand sanitizer market is expected to grow from $6.6 billion to $7.2 billion in 2026. Furthermore, customers are increasingly shifting to hand sanitizers as a substitute to soap for washing their hands. Over the past month, we have re-evaluated the use case of our product, and we changed our approach. We designed smaller devices to lower the production costs and to find the product market fit. The use of water in our device can compete when compared with currently used alcohol-based sanitizing devices, when it is compared with high costs and frequency of chemical refills. Our team connects experienced researchers with a team of young designers, and we believe that together we can accelerate the adoption of innovative and more sustainable solutions. The first functional prototype was completed in September this year, and it is currently in a pilot use in a public gallery. However, we now focus on building new prototypes to validate the product with customers, and we plan to offer them for testing at the beginning of next year. Our current target is to build a strong foundation of the company and complete the product development, also testing of the technology. And we are looking for an investment that could help us accelerate this process. My name is Jana Vočková, and I'm co-founder of Modulo, and thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much, Jana. And now it's time for a question. So please, if you have any question, okay, you can see we have raised hands. So please, Toby, you can now ask your question.
Yeah, thanks, Jana. So what sort of test results do you have to show that, first of all, it works, and then secondly, that it's somehow better than existing products, better in terms of functionality or price or some other characteristics?
Yeah, so currently we are testing it at the Chemical University, and we are testing it on washing fruits and vegetables. And tests already proved that when you wash the fruits and vegetables, it kills the bacteria. So currently we are using it also on hands, and we are testing it with with some bacteria that sanitizers are not able to kill. But it is still in the process, and we are optimizing the technology.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you very much. And now, Jim Totti, you can ask your question.
Thank you very much, Jana. You said you were looking to raise an investment round. How much capital are you looking for?
Well, currently we are looking for, I think, around 50,000 to develop the technology.
Okay, that's great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. And Toby, if you have one more question or you are still raising your hand. Okay, so we have no any question. I will proceed with Re-Explorer. So Jana, you can stop sharing your screen. Thank you very much as well.
Hello, everyone. Hello. I'm Ilya from Re-Explorer, a data hub for renewable energy. So please let me share my screen and I will start the presentation. And today I'll be talking a story about two solar companies. This is the happy end story, but not for everyone, just for your reference. So meet two solar company CEOs, Mati and Kati. Mati and Kati, they both deal with residential solar, and they both know the big trends. The trend is that citizens will produce half of all energy in the European Union by 2050. Amazing, right? And meet their customers. This is Mari's family. And by the way, she's a real person. So we talked to Mari and she told us, well, we don't understand the technical language renewable energy talk to us. Therefore, it's hard for us to trust them. And see, there is a problem with Mati's website. He has an online quote form to provide with instant estimates of the solar installation. And such a form has like 6 in average fields or sometimes more. And Katya's website performs 2 times better by converting prospects to leads. And she has just 1 field on her website. I'll tell you more about that. So Mati's company went bankrupt as thousands of other companies all over the world. And Katya's company gets a bigger share because Katya can spend less time on acquiring prospects and offering better customer experience. So how is that possible? With Points API by Re-Explorer. So we offer solar companies to ask just 1 field from their customers. This is address. We fetch automatically data from state registries, from satellite and weather data sets to produce energy consumption estimates and solar yields instantly in seconds and give visitors quotes. Today, we have 3 paying customers for real, and hundreds of users already signed up on our platform to get free solar quotes on our website. And also we monitor solar parks all over Estonia and Poland too. The pricing is simple and flat. We offer subscription for our API, and we have more advanced product for big scale solar and wind projects. And for community and for citizens, the platform is free. We target the Baltic, Scandinavia, Poland, and later Germany markets, and we aim to acquire 300 paying customers by the end of 2024. There is a competition on this market, yes, but why we are different is because we bring the big picture as a data hub for renewable energy. From a household to the whole financial industry, we provide insights about the energy potential. We are a team of 5 people with expertise from satellite data to geospatial to product development and of course renewable energy and its markets. And today we raise 700,000 euros to make more companies like Karis thrive and make more families like Maris start producing renewable energy. Thank you. This is Ilya from Re-Explorer.
Thank you very much, Ilya. And now it's time for questions. So please just raise your hand. Do we have any questions for Ilya? Okay, so if we don't have any question, then we will proceed with the next startup, and it's the offset or estimates. I can't say the word, so please.
Yeah, I will going to share my screen as soon as possible. One moment, please. So I hope you are going to see it at the moment.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, so my name is Tauno and I'm here to represent our new CO2 offset calculator, which is like a scientific-based calculator. We all knew, I don't understand why it's not moving. Okay. We all know that the fact that the forest is one of the largest natural carbon absorbers. And I believe that most of you have heard also about the climate change plan that declares that we have to be in 2050 like carbon neutral. And because of that, the carbon offset market is going to be huge. And at the moment, there is like many like controversial calculators at the moment in the market. And since the next 3 years, it is like totally mandatory for all the companies that they have to offset their carbon consumption And the problem is that even though the market is already rising, we still don't have like any rules or anything to control it. It's only like a free-based market at the moment, and we, on the other hand, work closely with many scientists and use 100% like science-based calculations, as I told you before. And what we are going to do is that we have been working on our calculator for over a year now. And while the process of getting ourselves verified, also we want to be one day verified by the Verra, which is the best platform to be selling your carbon offset. And as we know that different tree species will sequester different amount of CO2 over a lifetime, and at the moment this is like a main problem that many of these carbon offset calculators or tools at the moment in the market, they don't take this kind of information into account. And our calculator is creating like connections between the existing tree species and their increment. And how we're going to make a profit about that, carbon offset prices, as we know, are on average at the moment like 5 euros per metric ton at the present, but they are predicted to be like 100 more time rising in the next 10 years. And also what we are going to plan is to trade offsets on our own platform one day, but we start with this Verra. And our team consists of 5 people. We have like 9 years of experience in forestry and other environmental fields. And what are the next steps to go forward is that we want to get authenticated and certified by Verra. And if we are going to do it, then we can also avoid that kind of double claiming and double calculation. And
thank you, Tauno. You are out of time, so please just wrap your sentence and move on to the question. Okay, so please, Toby, you can ask your question.
Thanks, Tauno. So it wasn't clear to me. So who would be your customers for the first phase, and how much?
The first phase, our customers should be what we are thinking at the moment. They're Estonian industrial companies who are interested to buy like a local carbon offset, which is like, as I said, like scientifically proved, not just like self-certified thing, but we want definitely that we are going to be like revised by the third party as well, and we want to sell like a real authenticated, verified carbon offsets.
But so you're not just a calculator, you're trying to create a marketplace.
Yes, of
those
course.
Who need to buy
the calculator
offsets.
is just like a first phase product, but we are now at like there are 2 ways. We start probably to sell the scientific based offsets in the Verra, but in one hand we are going to, in parallel, we start. This is at the moment on our table that we want to create like our own platform for this.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. We have any other question? So please, if anybody else have a question, just raise your hand. Okay, it seems like there is no other question. So please, thank you very much for the presentation, Tauno, and we will proceed with Hemp Cup. Do we have Hemp Cup here? You need to accept the panelist. Yeah, okay.
Hello, do you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
That you can see me as well. So I will share my screen and I'll start with my presentation in a moment.
Thank you.
So here's my presentation. Just a second. Okay. So hello, everyone. My name is Antanas, and I'm representing for the team Hemp. Our team have established hemp processing facilities and now produce materials for textile, constructive, and thermal insulation purposes. We enter Climaton with a goal to upgrade our production capacities with new additional plastic processing equipment. Here you can see some examples of our work. We have produced prototype bioplastic granules to work as an alternative in manufacturing packaging for deposit systems. The goal is to establish more sustainable products life cycle with no plastic waste in the end of the process. Additionally, lifetime value calculations indicate positive trend in reducing carbon footprint in production phase. With the help of additional processing equipment and materials purchased, as well as research done during the Climaton Accelerator, we are now able to produce better quality and wider range of bioplastic products. First of them are granules for injection molding and filament for 3D printing purposes. Once steady production is established, we are able to move on with adaptation of material to packaging specifics. Necessary testing needs to be conducted in order to answer requirements set by liquids of various temperatures. We aim to provide sufficient material to replace polypropylene used to produce cups for cup deposit system. We are now raising 50,000 euros to upgrade our facilities with new equipment in order to substantially increase company's bioplastic processing capacity. Also, we see growing popularity of ecological design within house constructed businesses. Therefore, we aim to maximize supply of materials used in hempcrete production. Our team consists of well-motivated, ecologically minded people who organize their life around building more sustainable and efficient production systems. With final steps of prototyping, we are renewing our website to provide all necessary information. Reach us by phone, Facebook, website, or through organizers of this nice accelerator program. That will be all from me. And if you have any questions, I'm here to answer.
Thank you very much, Antanas. And now it's time for a question. We have a question from Toby, so please, you can ask.
Thanks, Antanas. So there are lots of different materials, organic materials, which could go into bioplastics. How did you get to decide on hemp as your material?
Thank you for the question. So first of all, we started working with hemp as an alternative for timber in paper packaging industry. But during the process, we learned that paper and plastic are basically inseparable in packaging stuff. So we worked our way out towards bioplastic materials, which are being produced from other plants, and as well as cellulose-based materials. So I think it's just our reasoning led us to work with this plant. As well, it's very good carbon sink to grow this plant.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Do we have any other questions? Okay, if we don't have any other question, we will proceed with the final startups of this group, and it's Biofita. So please, Biofita, start sharing your screen, and you can start whenever you are ready.
So, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Aiste from Biofita. Biofita is a young start company. The company develops innovative products in the field of life science using only natural materials. So, the problem. The problem is oral candidiasis. It's one of the most common diseases in infants and small children, which affect as many as quarter of all children. It is a local infection caused by Candida albicans. then the immune system becomes weak, especially after taking antibiotics, teething, or the body of baby has not fully developed. This fungi lead the infections. It should be noted that the problem is very large scale. Only in Europe, we have more than 1 million patients, and in all world, more than 25 million patients. The products of the treatment of candidiasis that can be found in the market, such as gels and creams, include active substance of synthetic origin, and they use as convenient distribution of the medical products in the child's mouth and does not ensure a normal recovery process. So we have to find the solution. And solution found at Biofita. It's a multifunction pacifier for babies for fighting against and preventing oral candidiasis. The solution proposed by Biofita is a unique and ecological product without any synthetic additives. The pathogen Candida albicans, it's neutralized by multifunction fillers obtained by using concentrated medical plant extract. The technology developed by the company enable the creation of the diffusion system from multifunction fillers in a polymer matrix, which allows for gradual diffusion of bioactive substances. The composition of medical plants extract demonstrate strong and long-lasting antifungal, antimicrobial activity, and has immune strengthening properties, which leads the fast recovery and strong immune system. Product properties is biocompatible and morphological materials requirements, broad spectrum antimicrobial activity, no antibiotics in the production of the pacifier, and reduced polymers content due to the fillers use. Our team is me, my colleague Jonas, our lawyer, financial advisor. Also, we working with universities and agencies. At the moment, for this pacifier development, we have 2 national projects and 1 international. So thank you for your attention, and I'm waiting for questions.
Thank you very much. Now it's time for a question, and we have a question from Trino Lucas. So please, you can ask.
Hello, thank you for the presentation. Maybe you're already told, but I didn't follow just, but probably you need different certifications for that. What are some of the certifications? For instance, would you need, I'm not sure exactly what the names are, but medical equipment certification, for instance, or some other certifications for that, launching that?
Yes, now we are working with certifications and also patent pending Europe Union.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. And we have one more question from Toby, so please ask.
Yes, thanks, Aista. So who would be your customers? So how would you sell? Like who are your target customers?
We're planning to sell a licensation for big companies.
So companies who produce the pacifiers, for example?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Thank you, and one more question from Laima.
Thank you, Aista, for your presentation. You're solving a very big problem, especially for young moms. And my question is, perhaps I missed something about the climate impact.
Yes, when our technology is absolutely green. When we get bioactive substances, how to say, our technology we're using only water and some temperature and just like a step-by-step extractions. And also when we're using this plant materials like fillers, when we can reduce content of using polymers, plastics like rectoplastics, and it's big problem by biodegradability. So
Yeah.
we increase this biodegradability and reduce the polymers polymer used.
Okay, understood. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. That's it for the group 2. Now we will have a 10 minutes break and we will start again at 5:03 in CET time and 4:05 in EET time. So please be back, and meanwhile, see you in 10 minutes.
Pozdravujem.
Čau, nazdar.
No čauko.
Počuť ma? Koľko ti sme tu? Veľa?
Dosť. Neviem, koľko sme unmutenutí, ale asi
Hello.
iba. No hello, Betka. Ahoj.
Čaute, počuť, ja som dal teraz 4-hodinovú cestu, ja som v Prešove.
It's the event in English, so.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, yes.
I was a little bit traveling.
Okay.
I'm first in this.
Yeah, you will be first, Pavel. And welcome back, everybody. We are proceeding with the next batch of startups. We will be starting with Meraj. For those who just connect, the startups have 3 minutes pitching, then there will be 2 minutes for investors to ask the question, and you can do it by raising your hand. So please now, Pavel, when you are ready, you can start.
Yes. Okay. I'm unmuted. You hear me? Okay, thank you. So hello, I'm Pavel. I'm from GoSpace IoT company, and I'm here with Meraj, which is a radar-based IoT solution. The story of Meraj began a few months ago when we installed it in a few municipalities in Slovakia as a tool for measuring water levels and flood warnings. Meraj is still there, and more than 100 of municipalities will be with this solution next year. In the meantime, we have started cooperation with the global companies. For example, DHI Global. They have shown us that our Meraj can succeed in today's hydrology thanks to our advanced technology and the support of all IoT networks and even satellites, as you can see. We can say that our device can work everywhere in the world. Meraj is currently being tested in Germany and Dubai in sewer systems and reservoirs, and pilot measurements will soon begin in Italy and Australia. In Slovakia, we submitted a project for measuring groundwater around dams and reservoirs in 1,000 measuring points around Bratislava. We fully automated the measurement process and saved staff time and fuel, which would produce around 25 tons of CO2 emissions per year. This is equivalent to 1,117 trees. Here are the numbers. With 1,000 sensors worth 450 euros each, together with connectivity, it's almost 600,000 euros. There are more than 10,000 groundwater measuring points in Slovakia, and we estimate around 1 million in Europe only in this groundwater use case. The measurement of water and fluids is strategically important, and the current costs of technology are enormous, and the measurement is still mainly manual. There are manual probes, also some digital probes, but the connectivity and installation is much difficult. So there is a big space for IoT solutions at these times. Team behind Meraj is very strong, full of engineers, professionals with much experience and the biggest ambitions. We are grateful for the opportunity to be here, and we will be happy for any advice and help with progress in our activities. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Pavel. And now it's time for a question. So if you want to ask Pavel any question, just raise your hand and we'll make you permission to speak. Okay, do we have any questions? Okay, if we don't have any question, we will proceed with Rado from Panzer Robotics.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay. I'm going to share. Can you hear me? Everything's fine?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay.
Okay, when you are ready, you can start.
Just give me a few seconds. There is some problem.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it doesn't work. Okay, I don't know what's going on. Okay, just okay. Hello, my name is Rado. I'm the CEO of Panzer Robotics. Every big company has huge amount of routine tasks, such as predictive maintenance, area surveillance, etc., that must be carried out. It costs a lot of money, especially when the task are in dangerous environments or in hard-to-reach areas. Solution for decreasing the costs and decreasing also the failure rate are carrying out this task by our autonomous quadruped robot Artaban. We are building our robot as a universal platform, so he will be really able to do very different tasks for very different clients, customers from various industries. The market with this service, autonomous robots, is expected to grow by 23% in the next few years, and clients or the industries that will be use this robot are utilities, manufacturing, waste management, public safety, and healthcare. Our business model is very simple. The primary target group are end customers from various industries. Secondary target group are robot as a service providers, and expected price would be between 40 and 50,000 euro a year. I'm sure that you already know the yellow robot Spot from Boston Dynamics. The second one is robot Animal C from Switzerland. Third one is robot from China. All our competitors raised significant money last year, so the market will really grow rapidly in the next year. I will mention two differences. The first difference is our approach. We are building our robot not as a piece of technology, but really as a product for people, because he will move freely on the public places. So we care how he looks, how he behaves, how he walks. The second difference is we have unique design of our legs, and it opens new possibilities of usage of this robot. We are working hard, so we are also trying to protect our results of our work with patents and trademarks. I'm a serial entrepreneur with 2 successful exits. Our CTO is experienced robotics he graduated in Japan. He was working in Switzerland, and he decided to move to Slovakia, and is our CTO. There are 14 people working on this team. Most of them are part-time. We are also part of the National Center of Robotics, and our advisor is director of the National Center of Robotics. We'd like to finish the first prototype by the end of this year, or maybe January. During the next year, we'd like to we'd like to test with potential customers, and by the end of the next year, we'd like to have the Model 1. Of course, a robot is fully electric, so we are decreasing carbon emissions. We are here because we are looking for potential customers and also another angel investors. Thank you for your time. I was a little bit long, sorry.
Okay. Thank you very much, Rado. And now it's time for a question. So we have a question from Sim Teller. So please, you can ask your question.
Hi. What made you choose a four-legged approach over wheel-based or track-based? What advantages does that give you?
Excuse me, sorry, could you repeat the question, please?
Sure. What made you choose the four-legged approach over a wheel-based or track-based? What advantages does it give you?
Yes, I understand. Thank you. Of course, these kind of robots are really for situations or terrains that are not accessible with wheels. For example, uneven terrains, stairs, disaster areas, very complicated terrains, mines. So the usage for these robots is expected in these areas where it's very difficult to move with any other robot. So this is the reason for.
Yeah,
can I follow up? Is the main use case just monitoring, observation, or can you attach other tools to your robot?
Yes. Yeah. Okay. These are the main industries and also the use cases. Of course, the robots, for example, our competitor Boston Dynamics is right now using for predictive maintenance, area surveillance, leak detection, industrial inspection, but also because of the pandemic, he's also in hospitals for sanitizing, and also emergency situations, disaster areas, or detecting dangerous. They are also contacting us, organization we are dealing with dangerous situations. Yeah, so these are the main use cases right now.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. One more question from Toby.
Yes, Rado, on business model, you mentioned 40 to 50,000 euros per year.
Yeah.
Could you just clarify that business model approach?
Yes. Okay. The first robot I mentioned, the Boston Dynamics bot, he costs $75,000, but actually nobody knows that it's a price a year. They call it like FTE, so it means full-time equivalent. So you are paying $75,000 a year. It's like salary of one person in one organization or in one company. So I would say that's quite expensive right now, and the prices will be decreased during the next year, but the prices are as high at the moment. So we are still cheaper than our competitors. And the second one, robot Animal Sea from Switzerland, he costs 150,000 Swiss francs. So this is the business model that also our competitors are using at the moment right now.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much, Rado, and we'll move on to Sonify. So please, Rado, start sharing your screen. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hello.
Can you see me?
Yes. So when you are ready, you can start.
Yes, really good. Okay. Hello. My name is Raivo, and I'm from Zonify. So we help solar investors to save money and actually to have more efficiency in their asset management. So solar investors worldwide today are losing yearly up to 10 billion euros due to the undiscovered anomalies. And this is the real case from Estonia from this summer. It's our client. It's a 1 megawatt park. So we discovered the losses that are worth about 10,000 in a year. And after paying to our service, to us, customer actually still gained about 9,000 euro in a year. So besides solar park investors, our customers are also in the future operations and maintenance providers, investment funds, and our fee is really easy. So we will ask €1 per installed kilowatt per year. It's a SaaS model. So what we actually do, so we provide software as a service and integrate the real data of the solar park. We will show the financials. We will use drone thermography and discover outages. We will create job lists and we will have different views. In the future also, we will invest into the automation, productivity analysis, some evaluation services, but also create a marketplace for different services and investment pooling, utilization, upgrades, and CO2 trading. So our aim is that on average for every euro spent on Zonify service, actually at least 2 to 10 euros is returned. And we don't do solar plant development, manufacturing, or other works. Our market size is evaluated 100 billion euros and up, because the solar market is growing every year, and there are the additional services and some kind of other services that we can build on. So actually, we haven't discovered any competition that is doing directly the same as we are planning to do. So we are planning to have this kind of affordable, integrated software and technology service as one for the customer, always accessible. So where we are today is that we are planning to raise a pre-seed round in the first quarter and go to Poland and get basically additionally to Estonia also clients from Poland by end of June. So we are looking at a pre-seed investment of 150,000 in quarter one, in the first quarter. So team is great. We have a lot of experience in energy sector. We have solar expert, we have software developer, and we have existing customers. So our goal is to identify inefficiencies of solar parks, unlock the renewables, and ensure peace of mind. So if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And we have a question from Toby. So please ask your question.
Thanks, Ivo. In your example case there in Estonia, 10,000 euros lost. So I guess it was initially an audit, and then you identified some technical weaknesses which were fixed. So how can you maintain your value proposition in the future if the first phase is like a catch-up audit fix? How to maintain value in the future after that initial value gain from the customer?
It's a good question, and it is like with the cars basically, so that it's a technology, and still every year we have to maintain the car, or kind of it breaks down. So basically, we have discovered that after doing this first fix or initial fix, there are some still issues appearing in the future because we're dealing with technology. There are some lightning, there are some temperature changes, very hot weather, very cold weather. So anyways, this kind of continuous monitoring is always needed. Obviously, in every year, there won't be such big losses. And we have even customers today who we have less than 20 customers, 20 sites already, paying customers. So, and there is nothing wrong with their sites, but they are still kind of encouraging us to go forward because they have invested almost €1 million into their park, for example. And they are getting this peace of mind with us that everything is still all right and everything still is intact. So it's working, but never knows what happens in next 25 years. Well, what is the lifetime of the solar park?
Yeah, thanks. And there might be an insurance angle there, that if the park is in like maintained from your service, then the park owner pays lower insurance, for example.
Obviously, and we have also even thought about in the future that we can even provide a service basically with the different pricing models based on the discoveries, so that there are different ways. But you are correct, and for example, even we have an example when some panels need to be basically replaced, but if there would be a service that is done by certain standards, then Chinese or Canadian companies would ship right away new gear, even without waiting for many months. So that there is also one a way to work out a standard of our kind of software as a service, and then when everything is done accordingly, then building a trust and basically getting our clients served much quicker than others.
Yeah, thanks. Interesting.
Thank you very much, Raivo. And we are moving on to Val airships. So please.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Please stop sharing your screen. Thank you.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, thank you.
Yes, so here is my screen. Can you see it as well?
Yes.
Okay, superb. So, hi, I'm Timo from Val Airships, where we are developing an ecological space program with high altitude drones. We have a trash problem. This is the great garbage patch in the middle of Pacific Ocean that's 3 times the size of France. What if I told you that our littering has even gone out of this world? The Earth is surrounded by space debris. Each year, thousands of satellites are sent up, and it's getting crowded as the dead satellites aren't going anywhere. This ever-growing volume of debris is threatening all satellite-enabled services from GPS to Earth observation. Val proposes launching lighter-than-air drones to the stratosphere. Flying in between the satellites and commercial aircraft, the Val drones can perform the same tasks as satellites with a couple of advantages. Without needing rockets, the airship CO2 emissions are over 10 times smaller compared to similar functioning satellites. By being closer to Earth, we can offer much higher internet speeds and lower the latency. Also, the gathered data is much higher resolution. We're talking about satellite pixels measured in meters and Val pixels measured in centimeters. And all that without putting any garbage into space. Val will roll out in 3 steps. First, we build a single Val, validate the technology, and offer gigabit Ethernet for around 10K a month to few high-value customers, such as ships operating at open sea. After the validation phase, we start building up the fleet of Vals that enables us to roll out a mesh network that could outcompete even fiber optic cables in terms of latency. The end game is a constellation of 3,200 Vals that can offer 24/7 coverage of Earth. We can create a real-time digital twin that will drastically improve the weather predictions, boost farming outputs, and offer lower latency internet at the same price as your current mobile plan, even in the most remote locations. We start offering the service from Norway, where several offshore companies are already waiting for our solution. From there, we start rolling out the internet and Earth observation services country by country. Val's Rockstar team has grown out from Taltech satellite program with experiences also in managing multinational projects and developing aerial and marine drones. 2 satellites and 7 stratospheric experiments later, we are now starting to build the satellites of the future, the Val airships. They will fly at near space altitudes as seen on the picture from one of our experiments. Let's reduce space littering and use Val instead. For that, we are raising 250,000 euros on convertible note that is met by 200,000 euros of soft funding, with what we'll build a reduced scale Val. Let's talk after the event. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Do we have any questions? All right, I see 2 questions. Sim?
Hey, what kind of regulation do you have in this space?
In stratosphere, it's currently unregulated. But to pass through the air zone, we have to have flying certification. So right. Similar to drones that are going to over 120 meters in height.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, the question from Alo.
Thank you for your presentation. How do you cope with the high winds in those altitudes?
Thank you for the question. Actually, in 20 kilometers of altitude, there are very few winds, like compared to North Atlantic jet stream. It's basically non-existent at that altitude. It's the most like optimal height to operate. It still has enough like thickness, so we can have like a buoyancy for the airship, and it has quite few wind.
And so, do you use helium or hydrogen?
We plan to use hydrogen as it's renewable and helium is non-renewable.
Okay.
Perfect. And last question from Trinu.
Yes, thank you. I didn't get it. If in Norway, do you already have like you don't have paying customers yet, but what kind of intentions do they have? Do you also have signed some letter of intents already, or what's the situation with these customers from Norway and elsewhere?
Yeah, they really wanted to buy the service from us, but we unfortunately don't have the airship yet. We are talking about the letter of interest if there is for showing the readiness market interest. We will sign a letter of interest soon, but there are offshore companies who are doing robotic operations on oil fields. Basically, they need internet service, and currently the satellite internet is crap and non-usable, and Starlink won't be available at that high latitudes. So it's they don't have any solution.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. That was Val Airships from Estonia, and the next startup is Okomaya. Are you ready? You can share your screen and we can start.
Hello? Everybody can hear me?
Yes.
Hi, I'm Magnus. I'm the founder of House Eco, #Ökomaja. And we are committed to help our planet with a serious issue. Greenhouse gases are heating up our planet, and it is vital to bring down CO2 emissions. Construction and buildings are responsible for 39% of CO2 emissions in the world. CO2 is emitted throughout the building's life cycle, production, use, and demolition. We are developing a construction system that will allow constructing a sustainable and energy-efficient buildings without waste or CO2. The materials that we are using sequester carbon dioxide, and deconstruction of an eco-house will be free from waste. We have taken straw bale building technique that's over 100 years old and has proven with positive impact to indoor climate, energy efficiency, and is known for sustainability. We've taken the construction system and added prefabrication, so construction of an eco-house would be less time consuming and the quality would be higher. We can say that building with eco blocks is up to 5 times faster than with building blocks produced from concrete. The eco blocks that we produce have a negative CO2 footprint. They are energy efficient. The installation of eco block is fast and easy due to manageable weight and dimensions. Eco blocks have low fire hazard, and houses constructed from eco blocks will have the best indoor climate with no VOCs. HouseEco, together with installation partners, can provide faster, more sustainable, and climate-friendly buildings. A construction team of 4 can construct an average house in 3 to 4 days. With that average house, it is possible to save 53 tons of CO2 throughout this building's life cycle. With one partner company and one production line, we can produce and install about 6,000 square meters of wall panels in a year. That can save up to 2.1 million kilograms of CO2 in a year. With one production line and installation team, we can produce as many eco blocks in a year to cover a football field and can save up CO2 in the same gross weight as 539 elephants. Income created by selling the balance to our installation partners will be around 600,000 euros. Our production facility can fit up to 4 production lines, and the production amount can be multiplied up to 8 times when working in shifts. Setting up a single production line will cost about 75,000 euros, and every additional production line will cost another 50,000 euros. To have the biggest impact on climate, we need to find new partners who will install our eco-blocks. Book a training at our website and start constructing future buildings. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Magnus. Do we have any questions? If someone wants to ask a question, write it into a chat or raise your hand. All right, question from Trino. Lucas, Trino.
Thanks. Thank you for the presentation. You said you mentioned the low fire hazard, or how you phrased it. Can you put it into perspective? I don't know. Probably you have some scales for that in building in construction world, or just in comparison with wooden or cement based.
Our eco-blocks have the same resistance to fire as any other fire block and any other construction block made from concrete. It usually a standard panel has 90 minutes of resistance to fire. Because when we are producing our panels, we are putting so much pressure to the straw that there is no air will be left in the panel that is needed for burning.
All right, thank you.
Okay, thank you. This was Okomaya, and the next, thank you very much. The next one is Wingo Deposit. Hello there.
Hello, do you hear me?
Yes, very well.
Brilliant.
Go ahead.
All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Vismans, and I'm co-founder of Wingo Deposit from Latvia. Sorry, there is something. Okay. And there is a little hypocrisy in the world where we are living, because we want to live in a clean environment, but eventually we can find a lot of trash into that. And that's because we are consumers, and the total waste generated will increase by 70% by 2050, because we're allowed to buy a lot of things. However, existing deposits return schemes collects only 6% of all packaging, while we need to recycle 65% of all packaging. So in the end, by this kind of tools, we will never achieve EU Green Deal goals. Why? Because existing solutions being invented in the 90s and nothing has changed till today. They're reading barcodes, they collect only perfect shape packaging, and in the end they produce new waste, paper receipts. So, and that's not acceptable for 21st century, because 70% of collectors are Gen Z and millennials, and technology should adapt to the users, not users should adapt to the technologies. And the world needs, actually, I would call recycling evolution. So what we did, we built an RVM based on computer vision, machine learning, and neural network technologies, and added, cherry on the top, a gamification. We collect all types and quality packaging, flat and damaged, without labels. And what we are giving opportunity to collect all valuable materials to recycling through one ecosystem, through one infrastructure. But what we did, we made waste sexy through perks and rewards, through our partners like Red Bull, Printify, CarGuru. People are collecting their waste. We are giving them digital tokens that can be exchanged for free rides, for free burgers, etc. The market is now, it's growing and it's getting bigger because of concerns about our environment to change from virgin materials to recycled ones. In 18 months, we built 4 prototypes. We've been recognized internationally and locally. We also signed agreements about the potential RVM sales in Indonesia and Estonia, and new business verticals discovered to collect also hazardous waste. But how we do that? We have a team that covers all needed expertise in waste management and the technologies. We are looking for 400K for capital investment to finalize our product and bring it to the market, EU and globally, boost sales, marketing, and also strengthen our internal developer team. Let's let's work together to make our living and spend our living more sustainable. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That was Wingo Deposit. Do we have any questions? I see one from KP Cleantech Estonia. Go ahead.
Hey there, super awesome thing you're creating. Since I'm from Estonia, I would be very interested in knowing like what's happening with the deal in Estonia. Are we going to see your machinery soon here?
Most likely next year. Yeah. So we have agreement with one waste management company that bought just a company that took care about all the service of existing reverse vending machines over there. So the main thing is to make it more digital and more interesting, and already to be ready that the deposit schemes will and should collect more types of packaging back. And Estonia is actually the proactive ones who are ready to be the frontiers in the EU.
Yes, indeed. We can see already, I think, 5-6 startups here lately this year who are in this circular packaging area as well. As, do you know Cuploop as well? Are they like your competitors, or you are offering a wider service?
I don't know Cuploop. No, I haven't heard.
Okay, so they're doing like some kind of a machinery as well for cups and so on. So
that's a little bit different, but our goal is we are selling or leasing these reverse vending machines to the operators or beverage companies or etc. So one thing what the deposit schemes need to take care of to collect all this beverage packaging back as much as possible, but plus we are offering to collect all the additional materials that have value for recycling. So in the end, it's one meeting point for everybody.
Okay, looking forward to it.
Thank you. We don't hear you.
Oh, I'm sorry, I was on mute. All right. Hi, Aya. So now it's your turn with Terra Waste, Latvia.
Hi there.
Hi, hi.
Right, you see my screen okay?
We see it. Go ahead.
Great. Hi, everybody. My name is Aija Pope, and I'm the CEO of Terra Waste, a next-generation waste recycling company that will turn non-recyclable waste to value. Our mission is to free our planet from waste and reduce pollution by turning non-recyclable waste into tangible value. Did you know that we produce more than 2 billion tons of waste annually, and that amount is expected to grow up to 3.4 billion tons by year 2027? And the biggest challenge is that approximately 80% of that is non-recyclable, and therefore this waste is polluting our environment. So that's why Terra Waste has created a solution, a pressure cooker type of a device, if you will, that can turn waste to value. Waste such as plastic, food waste, AD sludge, RDF. RDF is the whole mass of waste you can see in the background, to valuable outputs such as bioplastics, biofuels, agricultural feed, DHA or EPA oils. So for example, for plastic or mixed type of plastic, it takes approximately 1 million years to become back to its original state as a crude oil. So our technology, by pressure cooking this type of waste, can turn it to valuable output such as bio crude oil in 45 minutes. So that's a really good process. So if we are talking about it a little bit more scientifically, so our process is based on hydrothermal liquefaction, or HTL, which allows the transformation of organic and inorganic waste into bioliquid. The thing that we are most proud of is that it is going to be a self-sufficient system that will recover heat and waste in a circular motion, that way saving resources needed for the technology to work. Benefits of our technology is that we can recycle almost any type of waste with minimal separation and shredding beforehand. Our process is environmentally friendly, as we don't emit any gases and we don't pollute the environment, and our output can be fully utilized. Therefore, there is no leftovers that could be put somewhere else. It is always made into some valuable product. So our business model is, first of all, licensing. So we are looking forward to licensing our technology to governments, waste management and recycling companies, first of all, of course, private companies, or any other facilities that might benefit from recycling any type of waste and selling the output. And another way how we could go about it is to build our own recycling plant and sell crude oil to third parties. How we got here. So the technology was developed in 2018 when prototype was created and tested in India, when we actually proved that our technology can recycle waste. In 2020, we founded our company with help of commercialization reactor acceleration program, and we raised our first investment in amount of 50,000 euros. And currently we are in phase 3, where we are in collaboration with the University of Graz in Austria in order to test more waste types to prepare for our pilot plant engineering and building in the next 18 to 24 months. And after that, of course, we are planning on manufacturing a semi-industrial pilot reactor, and later on to build a pilot plant in Europe and expand the business. So our team was brought together by Commercialization Reactor in one of their ignition events. So we were all brought together as 4 strangers with a huge passion for environment and saving the waste problem. So me, with experience in management and corporate communication, Payam as our lead scientific brains behind the operations, with enormous amount of experience in HTL processes, Shailendra Verkarnam with business and mentoring experiences, and Kristaps with circular economy, circular economy expertise and market analysis. So what we are looking for is to raise 200, So we're looking to raise some money. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And now it's time for investors' questions. So please, if you have any question, just raise your hand. Do we have any questions? Yeah, from Toby. So please ask.
Yeah, thanks, Aya. So in terms of the technology, there's the CTO there. So does he own the technology, meaning intellectual property rights, and has he given that to the company?
Yes and yes. We are currently in process of creating the biggest part of IP, which is going to be the engineering solution for our technology. But yeah, the basis that we were basing this whole case on, yes, the whole rights is it belongs to us. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much. Do we have any other question? Okay, if not, then we will proceed with.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Aya. We will proceed with InnoBioStar.
Hello, my name is Tatiana, and I'm from InnoBioStar. It's a spin-off company of Klaipėda University. And we are developing environmentally friendly solutions for oil spills cleanup. Machines are burning fuels. They have leakages and cause small or big disasters. To collect fuel waste, modern industry mainly uses chemicals. They make fuel waste heavier, it sinks to the seabed, but does not solve the problem. And we found a solution. Meet Aerogel. It's a waste paper-based material, highly efficient, biodegradable, and reusable. It absorbs only fuel but not water. It locks it inside and does not allow to make spill again. So we offer to the world the best way to remove oil spills. Production technology consists of few steps. Each of them adds new properties to make product best on the market. We take waste paper, mix it with the water to reach uniform distribution. Afterwards, we freeze dry it to create extremely high porosity and modify surface to absorb only fuel but not water. Finally, we integrate special microorganisms inside the aerogel to make the biodegradation process even faster. Aerogel, in comparison to other products on the market, is twice more lighter, twice more effective, 100% sustainable, and up to 5 times reusable. All this makes Aerogel outstanding product on the market. And market is huge and it will grow even bigger in upcoming years, and especially in the field of sustainable sorbents and bioremediation. Being innovative R&D company, we are not planning to produce aerogels. Instead, we patent filed the technology and plan licensing. Based on review of the similar licensing cases, we set a license fee of 200K, an additional royalty fee based on sales amount. We see our customer as an existing producer of sorbents or as a new investor willing to build a new plant from the scratch to enter the market of sorbents. While the end user of Aerogel could be shipping, shipbuilding and ship repair companies, industry, and even car repair shops. But how to know that our product is climate positive? We use special impact forecast tool to measure, and we found that our product, that one production line of Aerogel will save in equivalent more than 100,000 trees, comparing to traditionally used products. We believe in our success. We have a great team of professionals. We have patent filed. We are going through boosters. We have positive responses from experts. And we believe that Aerogel will help to save the future. Join us.
Thank you very much. And now we have a question from Laima.
Thank you, Tatiana, for your presentation. It's an amazing product that you are offering. My question is, what are you planning to do with the waste? You said that it is reusable, recyclable. So what is the process?
Yeah, the last stage of production in Aerogel is integrating special oil-eating microorganisms. So when we will collect oil from the water surface, this oil will be locked inside the aerogel, and oil-eating microorganisms will start to eat oil. Finally, the cellulose itself is biodegradable, and it will be not necessary to burn in incineration plant this kind of sorbent as it is now doing with other kind of sorbents. So we think that it will be totally decomposed after using.
Thanks.
Thank you very much. Next question from Jim.
Thank you very much for your presentation. Can I ask, are you cash positive straight away, or do you need to raise external finance for this?
At the moment, we are not raising. We are preparing for the licensing. So now we're working on finalizing our product in the lab with microorganisms, and we will be ready for licensing.
Okay, thank you. And one more question from Toby.
Yeah, thanks, Tatiana. So your customers would need to build the production facilities, as you said, but you're at lab scale. So how to convince customers to invest a lot of money then to build, say, industrial scale
Yeah, now
facilities?
I understood very clear, because we had some discussion with paper producer, and they would like to see this plant, how it will be, how the technological line will be look like. So during the accelerator program, this program, we ordered engineering company services, and this company now developing this production line, because our client would like to see this production line and to calculate CapEx and OpEx. So this is important part to know.
Yeah, no, great. Otherwise, yeah, fantastic looking product if it works. So good luck.
Okay, thank you very much. And we will move to the last startup from this group, and it's Baltic Freya.
Can you hear me? Can you see me?
Yes, thank you.
Let me share my screen first. Can you see it?
Yes.
Okay, so I guess we are ready to start. Pandemic or not, people will always need to eat food. Greenhouse and vertical farmers are having problems doing that. So right now, hydroponics is the most popular growing method on the market. It's when the roots of the plant are floating in water with nutrients, which is a great medium for root disease to spread, and each year around 20% of crops are lost to it. Hydroponics is also extremely resource inefficient and expensive. So in the 90s, scientists came up with a solution: fogponics. It's when the roots of the plant are hanging in fog. Root disease cannot spread in it. The plants take the water and nutrients a lot faster, so they grow faster and bigger. And it is at least 4 times more efficient than hydroponics. But it is extremely hard to operate and maintain, not to mention the price. So Baltic Freya took the concept and completely reinvented it. We have developed our own fogponics methodology and hardware to create proper fog, which is easy and cheap to operate and maintain. So my statements are amazing. How do I know that? Well, that's because we have done a lot of research, and our last test trial resulted in 52% more mass than hydroponics. So talking about the market, just the leafy greens alone, our target market is at least $6 billion big. And while the hydroponics gives way to more efficient technologies and the market grows, we believe that we are in the right place at the right time. So the team behind this brilliant project: there's me, Robert, biochemist by education, speaker by trade. Gediminas is a part of a family business, and he started his PhD in agronomy just for this project. Vilmantas is the guy you call when your computer is not working, and Lucas is the guy with a lot of experience in business development. We have achieved so much because we have participated in quite a few competitions, and we won quite a few, so that gives you the understanding that we know what we are doing. So please spread the message about cheap and efficient way of growing plants in fog, and let's grow smart. That's it.
Thank you very much. If we have any question, please just raise your hands. Okay, Carol, please ask.
Yeah, thanks a lot. So what's going to happen in the next 6 months or a year?
Currently we are raising funds. We are in the process of due diligence. With the investment, we intend to turn our prototype into an MVP and test it in the intended environment. And then we're going to do another round to finally get the product onto the market.
Okay, thank you. there any other question? Okay, if not, then we will have a short break again, and we will meet at 4:05 CET, 5:05 EET. So 5 minutes break, and we will continue with the last group. Thank you.
Thank you.
Co-founder of Fingal Deposit from Latvia. Sorry, there is
hello everyone.
Okay. And there is a little hypocrisy in the world where we are living, because we want to live in clean environment, but eventually we can find a lot of trash into that. And that's because we are consumers, and the total waste generated will increase by 70% by 2050, because we allow to buy a lot of things. However, existing deposits return schemes collects only 6% of all packaging, while we need recycle 65% of all packaging. So in the end, by this kind of tools, we will never achieve EU Green Deal goals. Why? Because existing solutions being
sorry to interrupt you here.
Till today, they're reading barcodes. They collect only perfect shape packaging.
All right. Hello, everyone. We are back. So if you are here, if you just joined us for the group 4, please make sure you rename yourself to include your name and the company name. And we will start with Fermentful, then B-Sage, then Manual Logic in this order. This is a Zoom webinar, so most of you come here as attendees. So please, if you are a startup, just make sure that you name yourself correctly so that we can upgrade you to a panelist so that you can present. So we'll start shortly in a minute or so. All right, just one. So do we have Fermentful here? I don't see anyone from the company. Okay, Oksana, Dave, I see you're here, but if you could have just change your name as we have asked, but I'll make you a panelist and you can start. All right. All right, so we should be all here. Perfect. So this is the last group, the 4th group. So this is really like a marathon we are running now with 37 startups. And this is the Investors Day of the ClimAccelerator, which is run thanks to the support of EIT, European Institute for Technology, and EIT Climate Kick. So let's go for it. Fermentful, the floor is yours. You can unmute and start presenting. You have 3 minutes.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello. Do you see us and hear us well?
We can see you and hear you. Please go ahead.
Okay. Hello. My name is Anda, and I am a co-founder of food tech startup Fermentful. I'm sorry, there's something with our. We can't move on with our presentation. I'm sorry. Okay, I will start over again. So my name is Anda, and I am a co-founder of food tech startup Fermentful. More than half of Europeans are overweight, and almost 1/3 of children in Europe has obesity. That leads to increasing number of chronic disease and mental health issues. We believe in food as a medicine to support your physical and mental well-being while doing good to the planet. In cooperation with food technologists and scientists, we have developed a technology where fermentation is the key to deliver absolutely clean label product, which is creamy and delicious with high nutritional value and full of live bacteria. There is strong connection between guts and your brain. Our solution is kefir-like beverage made from green buckwheat, which is free from all major allergens, zero added sugar, and full of probiotics. With growing awareness of fermented food health benefits, probiotic market is growing rapidly in Europe. There is 13% of our customers out there. We have already gained traction. Our customers use our product as healthy takeaway drink and as an ingredient to prepare other healthy foods. We reach our customers through all the relevant touch points, including sustainability. Our production process is more sustainable compared to regular milk production. So far, we have set up our small-scale production. We have launched the product in the market, and we have agreement with distributor in Baltics. We have also sent samples to our partners in Finland. Our goal within 2-year period is to increase our production capacity 10 times and be easily available all over the Baltics and in Finland. To achieve that goal, we are looking for seed investment for 100,000 euros. Today, people are looking more from their food. They are looking for food with additional functionality. We are going to bring in the market that food with no compromise to taste and quality. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. That was Fermentful. Do we have any questions? I can see the first one from Toby.
Yeah, hi, thanks. Yeah, as you probably know, it's more about marketing than functionality. Oatly in Sweden, Valio is oddly good in Finland. So what's your approach really to winning market share against these huge companies?
Actually, looking into the market, there is no presented kefir, especially plant-based kefir. So that's why we believe that our product can take a market as a very new and very full of health benefits product, which also will be presented as a product with a taste for somebody who maybe not so familiar with original kefir, but it will be like a drinkable yogurt.
Okay, sounds good, thanks.
All right, perfect. Thank you very much. That was Fermentful. And the next startup is the BeSage.
Thank you.
Do we have BeSage here? I think we have.
Yes, I'm here. I'm just about to share my screen.
Perfect.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you. We see the screen, so you can start.
You can see it. Awesome. All right. Hi, my name is Ru, and I'm here to tell you about how much we owe to the honeybee. More than 1/3 of the world's crops depend on bees. If they went extinct, not only would we lose almonds and many fruits, it would be an environmental calamity. Sadly, pollinators everywhere are threatened by pesticides and unpredictable climate. In the US, almost 46% did not survive last winter. And we rely on bees for more than just pollination. It is the livelihood of about 5 million beekeepers worldwide. This is Anna. She drove 100 kilometers to her apiary on a day off and discovered that she's missed the nectar flow. Flowers don't always bloom according to the calendar. If she'd been there 3 days earlier, she'd have 400 kilo more honey yield, and that's up to 4,000 euros in revenue loss. Enter BeeSage, a beehive monitoring system that improves workflow and increases yield to benefit the earth through data-driven beekeeping. It is the watchful eye not only for the commercial value, but also the sustainability and survival of bees. BeeSage consists of a web app and multiple devices, starting with our smart beehive scales. Once per hour, they measure weight, temperature, and humidity to help beekeepers evaluate the strength of a colony and take advantage of peak blooming periods. Through cellular connectivity, data is securely stored on BeeSage Cloud. We satisfy the needs of both commercial and hobby beekeepers. There are 615,000 of them in the EU. The global market was 8 billion last year, and up to 20 times larger is the agricultural benefit. We outshine our competitors through user experience and affordability. A beekeeper needs less than 100 euros to get started. Battery consumption is lower and antenna is better, which is very important for connectivity in the apiary. Our business model is split in 2 phases. At first, we sold hardware and provided a free web app. Now we switch into a subscription model. 82% of more than 400 beekeepers that filled our survey would pay 6 to 10 euros per month per device. Since launch, we've made over 7,000 tests selling our prototype to over 30 customers and have been growing at 47% per month until recently, when we had to slow down due to the global semiconductor shortage, as we're currently doing all manufacturing in-house. Despite our delivery delays, 62% of customers surveyed would be very disappointed if they could no longer use BeeSage. Our colony of worker bees is competent in hardware, software, finance, and marketing. One of our advisors runs a synergistic camp, Beeking, and the other is a CEO of a growth startup that is also insect-related and has been analyzing beehive data for more than 20 years. We're raising 480,000 pre-seed to resolve capacity and grow. The future of the earth largely depends on bees. The future of the bees depends on us. Thank you.
Thank you very much, BeeSage. Any questions? If you have a question, just raise your hand. Yes, Toby?
Yes, hi Ru.
Hi, Toby.
Just think of seasonality and then northern hemisphere, southern hemisphere, and you're doing web sales. So are you looking at, say, Australia, New Zealand, South Africa, once you get up and running?
Absolutely, because that will actually resolve this seasonality issue. But first, we need to get to scale. So right now, we have a few bottlenecks there. And once we raise that pre-seed money, then we'll be sorted in that regard, because we have proven that we have product market fit through just improving the product and asking customers the right questions, which now they actually testify that they'll be very dissatisfied if we disappeared.
Yeah, sounds great. Good luck.
Thank you, Toby.
All right, perfect. Thank you very much. And now it's time to move on to manual logic. Hi, Marian.
Hi. Just have to wait. I want to share the screen. Today, I'll present you the most boring product in the world, the manual. Manual Wiki is a new home for smart, friendly digital manuals. Our background is a technical documentation for multinational corporations. I'm Marian, founder of European and American production houses, producing tens of millions of manuals every year, 24 years already. By the way, did you know that people don't read manuals? It's billions of never read pages printed, wasted. And producers, they know it very well, and they care. because people don't know their products well. Many great product features are never used or understood, problems are solved too late, and customer satisfaction suffers. Our platform allows producers to create visually stunning digital interactive manuals, optimized for smartphones and e-commerce. The manual is built from reusable bricks, it speaks any language, and can be presented at manualwiki.com or directly at the producer's website and smart application. Manual becomes simple, digital, visual. Once the manual is created, it starts to learn from the users. Producers plant a seed, community makes it grow, become better. Interested users, professionals, service techs, all they can add new content, experience, tips and tricks easily, directly to the manual, because Paul knows better, right? Paul can share, learn, and help the others now. It's a proven concept by Wikipedia. Our value proposition is satisfy customers, using their products the right way. All functions and features understood. Producers can talk with their customers like never before. Looking at the competition chart, you might recognize a clear trend line from printed to digital, from closed to open collaborative manuals. At Manual Wiki, we put these trends together. Business model is following the wiki concept with a strong commercial twist. Listed items under the free manual help users to buy related spare parts, accessories, services, relevant upselling and cross-selling. These external links generate revenues we serve as a digital marketing platform. Digital marketing industry grows 12% annually, reaching a market value of $400 billion a year. Currently, we run great pilots with our major customers such as Daikin, Kia, or Tissot, and continue building the whole product network. We hope that your investment will help Manual Wiki to scale globally. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Any questions? Sim.
Hi. What's your plan to get user awareness? This is a huge distribution channel. Essentially, I don't think you're competing with other manual sites, you're competing with YouTube. What's your plan?
Well, as all the manuals are, of course, optimized for search engines, whenever you are searching for any problem, you are also getting our website as one of the solutions. So the user who's searching for a problem finds the solution at the Manual Wiki. And regarding the awareness among the producers, they are actually trying all kinds of channels to stop printing the manuals. So currently there is a trend of checking different solutions, and they do a lot, and we speak with them for many years, what kind of digital manuals can be better for the future. It seems that it's gonna be the manuals optimized for the smartphones. So that's where we are heading.
All right, any more questions? Okay, if no more questions, let's move on to Crowd Pledge. Thank you, Mariam. Thank you. It was Manual Logic, and now we go to Crowd Pledge.
Hello.
Hi, Sonia, you can share your screen and present.
Yes. Yes, hello everyone. We are CrowdPledge, and we are the first reversed crowdfunding platform to help you fight the climate change. Eco-anxiety, a feeling of worry about threats to the environment such as pollution and climate change, a concept so real that it was added to the Oxford Dictionary this year. Did you know that 75% of young people say the future is frightening for them? 75%. And this existential dread quickly spreads to all age groups. So now we have a situation when consumers feel increasingly eco-anxious and companies still very hesitant to jump on the saving the world train. Not that they are evil per se, but they just need to sell to survive. But what if a crowd of consumers could pledge to pay for a sustainable solution in advance? Meet the crowd pledger. Her name is Alex, and Alex has a great idea for her favorite restaurant, and that is to implement reusable packaging for the food delivery. Alex creates a crowd pledge campaign where she commits to spend 500 euros in the next 12 months at the restaurant if they agree to do this. She shares it with her circle, and voila, many people love and support the campaign. And if 50 users agree to spend the same amount of money as Alex, suddenly we are looking at 25,000 euro. That is very likely to move the restaurant to do it. Consumers do see the positive impact on the environment, and the restaurant has secured the demand for months to come. Everybody wins. Let it sink in for a moment. The disruptive concept behind crowd pledge that allows consumers to become part of the product creation process, to use the power they already have, their buying power. We have a unique value proposition currently not available on the market. Classic crowdfunding platforms, crowd share buying or campaigning simply cannot compete with all the values that our platform offers. And there is a rapidly growing market. Already 22% of all households globally fall into the eco-active segment. And this number is going to grow to up to 50% in the next 5 to 8 years. We make money from fees from successful campaigns and commission on any business facilitated. Easy. The key is to have a strong marketing push to several first successful campaigns and then sit back and watch them going viral. People will love the narrative of conquering the eco-anxiety by taking action. We are currently testing our MVP. We are a highly experienced team with complementary skill and awesome support network. We look for funding, mentoring, and collaboration opportunities. I will leave here the anatomy of a pledge campaign, and thank you very much. Looking forward to any questions.
Thank you. That was Sonia from Crowd Pledge. And we've got a question from Toby. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thanks, Sonia. So I loved your team slide where everyone in your team seems to be called Smith, but not related.
Yeah, that's indeed the case.
Yeah, so nice. No, really nice idea, but I don't get how it could be different from, I mean, there's the big platforms, Kickstarter and Indiegogo, but it seems that in many countries, there's a local version of crowdfunding, some sort of crowdfunding platform. So how really would you be differentiated?
So the main difference is that this is initiated by the consumer. So not by somebody who's trying to sell you something, but it's basically coming bottom up from the consumers who are basically committing to buy a sustainable solution in advance. So they're pledging their demand to the company if they implement the sustainable solution.
So it needs someone to start with the core idea and then to try and build a coalition of interest around a core idea. Something.
Yes,
like that.
Correct.
Yeah, okay, great. Thanks.
Right, a question from Jim.
Hey, thanks very much. How much capital do you need to execute your business model?
Well, so initially we are looking at around 100K, 100,000 K.
Okay, right, thank you.
All right, that was Sonia from Crowd Pledge, and thank you very much. And now we move on to Fadler.
Hello, can you see me and hear me?
We can hear you, we can see you. There are some leaves in the background. Is it right?
How exactly?
Perfect. You can share your screen and we can start.
Yeah. So can you see my slides?
Perfect. Go ahead.
Super. Okay. Hello, my name is Rudolf, and I am the CEO of Foodler. Only in Estonia, about 50 million euros worth of food is thrown away each year in cafes, hotels, restaurants, and grocery stores. Over the world, this number is about 200 billion euros. Foodler is a platform where food selling companies can quickly find buyers to the unsold food. For example, when restaurants make daily offers, it's really hard to predict how many customers come to your restaurant. So very often, about 5 to 20 meals are left unsold. But now with Foodler, they can easily upload those meals to our platform, and 10 people can buy those meals in the evening with about 30 to 70% discount. Besides getting extra revenue, restaurants get new clients and make their company much more sustainable by reducing food waste. We take 20% of commission from each meal sold in our platform. Within a year, we have saved about 11,000 meals and prevented about 11,000 kilograms of CO2 emissions. But it's just the beginning, because only in Estonia, about over 1,000 times more food was wasted at the same time in food selling companies. And that's why we will start to cooperate to grocery stores as well. The competition in our kind of solutions right now is very similar to ride-sharing market when Bolt started. There are a few startups with over a 10 million euros funding, but they still sell only about 0.2% of all the food that could be saved. So the market is growing really fast, but there's still a lot to do. Our team has 4 members. Besides me, we have a product manager, chief marketing officer, and a sales executive who owns a restaurant himself and has a lot of experience in restaurant business. Recently, we raised 40,000 euros to accelerate our growth in Estonia and expand to other Baltic countries as well. Our next fundraising will take place in spring, when we will raise about 200 to 300,000 euros. This is Foodler, and we give food a new chance. Thank you.
Thank you, Foodler. And we have a question from Sim.
Hey, is there any actual difference from companies like Too Good To Go, or is it just this is just the beginning of the market, and there's room for many kind of approach from your side?
Actually, Too Good To Go has this kind of model that they sell food in mystery bags, and in Foodler, when you buy something, then you know what you are buying. Like there's all this description and the name of the meal. But still, there are many startups like us too. But I think sure there's still a lot of room to grow. But I think that right now these startups maybe focus too much on the saving of the food, but we want to focus on preventing of making the food itself. So we want to give recommendations to like restaurants that how many clients will come to our restaurant at a particular day.
Okay, thanks.
Great. Any more questions? Okay, in that case, thank you, Rudolf from Foodler from Estonia, and we move on to Decomer Technology.
Thanks.
Hi, everyone. Apologies, I won't be turning on my camera because despite vaccination, both me and my other co-founder are currently ill, and I will save you from seeing my sloppy and tired face, so I'll just share the screen.
Yeah, sure, no problem. I hope you get better.
Thank you. Okay, so the deck should be up now.
Yeah, you can go ahead.
Sure. Hi, I'm Mart, and I'm a material scientist from Decomer Technology. Consumers today want more and more convenience, which makes people's lives easier. On the other hand, we all know that our convenience causes huge environmental issues, and the world needs new packaging solutions. Therefore, we have developed novel water-soluble and edible packaging materials. All our materials are completely edible and plant-based, therefore they also degrade like food does. Our standard materials are transparent, tasteless, and odorless, and we focus on fast water-soluble materials. And as you can see, then it's perfectly fine to eat it. Our vision is to be leaders in sustainable water-soluble packaging. Some of the world's largest CPG companies have seen this value, and we have been in active negotiations and testing for very different novel product categories. Our primary focus is now on the food industry, and currently we have proceeded furthest with McCormick and Unilever. We have our registered food standard pilot production facility set up here in Estonia, so the production of the film is all completely set up. Regarding IP, we have filed a combined PCT application for our material compositions and individual products in the food, home, and personal care industries. I'm a material scientist specialized in biopolymer materials, and Kelly has a background in economics and business administration. This year, me and Kelly were chosen to the Forbes 30 under 30 list. We have taken part in many international accelerators and programs, and we have so far received $350,000 of investment plus governmental grants. This has enabled us to carry out R&D, protect our IP, set up our production facilities, and carry out development with huge global partners. We're currently raising 300,000 euros, of which we have 150,000 committed. So we're looking for the remaining 150,000 to move from semi-manual production to automated production and start with larger scale sales to corporate partners. We will become profitable in the second half of 2022 and will raise a scaling round in 12 months. We cannot yet eliminate all plastic waste issues in the world, but step by step we can move towards reaching that goal. Thank you.
Thank you. And we've got a question from Toby.
Yes, thanks, Mart. You mentioned Unilever is testing. So what would be their first use case for your product?
Yeah, I cannot go into, first of all, thank you, Toby. I cannot go into like too much details, but I can say that this is
just general sort of
it's
give an idea.
Yeah, it's food products, fast water soluble products for product types that are being used on a very, very large scale. But yeah, it's in the food industry.
And is transparency important in that particular use case?
In that it is, yeah. But we can use we don't need it to be transparent. But for this specific use case, we are currently working on the transparent version. Yes.
Yeah. No, it sounds really interesting. Thanks.
All right. Thank you. That was Decomer Technology. Thank you very much. And now we go to Bring Back. Okay, Bring Back, you just need to become a panelist, okay. Hi, Preet. Okay.
Yes, hello. I just.
Hi. We can
hello.
Hear you. Perfect.
Great. I put slides up. I'm from BringBack, and BringBack is a reusable service model and using automated collection and depository phone machine network. And there is gradual migration from single-use cups to reusable going on, and there are hundreds of solutions players across Europe. And but most of these solutions are rather local and hard to scale. So the question we are working on is what is the scalable and efficient solution for a city scale or a country scale system? And how are we different? We are betting on RFID-based technology to build city-level loop systems. And it has clear advantages over QR or barcode systems, which are currently mostly used in these types of solutions. And the reason RFID is better is, first of all, it's more easy and convenient for users, both for end consumers and shops and restaurants who join the systems. There is no app needed. It reads all return cups and container at once, so it's much quicker. Deposit refund is made directly to bank card or Apple Pay, and no need for shops and restaurants to deal with collecting the cups or washing the cups. So there is a network of collection machines. It becomes also, this RFID is much more efficient at higher volumes. Let's say if we talk about hundreds of thousands or even millions of cups in the system, then manually scanning them one by one with QR or barcode is not efficient. RFID, as said, you can scan many at once, and it's more future-proof. If we say that RFID technology is getting accepted in fast-moving consumer goods and retail sectors, then also the collections of the packages we think should be RFID based. So if original packages come with RFID tags, then the collection network should also be there. We have done 5 pilot tests from April to November, basically to get the technical validation that the service really works. And we have an early proof of the market. There are more than 50,000 paid container loops conducted so far. And now the next step is to go from these 5 individual tests to actually a small network of 25 connection machines in the center of Tallinn, and to add 100 partners and reach 150,000 container rounds in 2022. Basically, we would like to test the network effect and unit economics at the very center of the city with a dense network. And if that test works, or if that stage works, then we're planning to have another round in the second half of the year. So it's a small step from 5 to 25 machines what we would like to test. We are raising 150,000 euros, and now we have committed 90,000 and 60,000 to go. And basically, there are 2 founders, myself and Rasmus, and we have background in building kind of green consumer-focused businesses. We are one of the founders of Reuse Center in Estonia, which is a leading social enterprise, then organic ice cream makers, and also a leading organic retail chain in Estonia. So it's like green-minded consumer understanding is what we bring to the project. And that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Bringback. Do we have any questions? If you have any question, just raise your hand. Anyone can ask. Okay, I don't see any questions. That's fine. So thank you. That was Bringback. And now we go to Algae Hive.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Hi, we can hear you. You can share your screen and present.
So, hi, we are Algae Hive, and we create a fertilizer from algae. Oh, I will just wait a moment. That's according to European Commission, the farmers currently need to reduce the chemical fertilizer use by 20% by 2030s. And currently in the market, there's poor accessibility of organic alternatives. We run qualitative and quantitative marketing research and ask 100 Lithuanian farmers and figure out that currently there is 58% who wants to use organic fertilizers. And our solution is to collect seaweed from the Baltic Sea, pre-treat them, and convert to the liquid and dry fertilizer. Unlike the existing Asian market organic fertilizer, we are local producers, And our product is based on the circular economy mindset. Also, we are solving the scarcity problem of the phosphorus in soil, enriching the soil with the NPK and other micro elements. Our target audience are farmers who want to grow their plant in organic way. And here you can see the cost structure. And mainly it's about R&D currently. And in the future, we are going to calculate the markup value. And this will be based on the benchmark analysis. When we are talking about the impact, it's about 3 Ps, about people, planet, and prosperity. Especially, I want to highlight the environmental impact, that we are reducing the solution, the eutrophication level. And this has an impact for the biodiversity, because this increased by 30%. And currently, we have our product prototype, which we are testing on the plants in the greenhouse in Wageningen University and Research in Netherlands. So this is our team who have all the necessary skills to reach our goals. And currently, we are raising 10,000 euros, not that much, but we know our goals and steps, what we want to reach. So this will be basically for the product design. So thank you for your attention, and we are waiting for your questions.
Thank you. And we've got a question from Toby.
Yes, thanks, Ugna. Just the Baltic Sea is the source of the seaweed. So current ecosystem in seaweed Baltic Sea. So is it enough just to harvest naturally, or does algae need to be, say, farmed and managed in the Baltic Sea?
Thank you for your question. So this is enough currently. Yeah, this is basically for the fertilizers. So in this case, that it means that we need a big volume product, and this would be enough for, let's say, for the Baltic states and also some Central Europe.
Okay, and then when volumes increase, then you'd need to look for bigger sources
alternative
of algae. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thanks.
Okay. Thank you for your presentation and the Q&A. And now we go to Horos.
So I'm unable to share now, while someone else is sharing.
Are you able to share?
Just 1 second.
You should be able.
Can you see my slides?
Yeah, everything seems
okay, great.
working just fine. So go ahead.
So hello, Forest brings smart data-based forest management and low-cost and flexibly priced forest asset management to the world, and can be scaled fast. There are at least 800 million hectares of private forests across the globe, and we are in this interesting situation where, for example, BCG is predicting that forests are in danger of losing value if you do nothing about them. But also on the other side, scientists estimate that we could increase the global forest size without using any of the current agricultural land. So forestry is highly complex, inefficient, and closed industry. There are high barriers to entry, high transaction costs, and timberland investments are considered to be the alternative asset class. And the tools for forest owners to buy, sell, and manage their forest are either non-existent, extremely outdated, or focused on just one aspect. And we look at forest owners not simply as landowners, but also as financial and climate investors who want to predict and optimize their financial returns and carbon capture on each forest land. They need the data to be analyzed and presented in ways that would help them to make decisions faster and easier without having in-depth technical and scientific knowledge. We do all the data crunching for them and connect them to the international forest owner and investor community. We are creating forests to make investments and management, forest investments and management simple and accessible to everyone. And there is a long list of modules we want to implement. We have our goal is to bring more investments into forests, to increase the global forest size and to manage forests sustainably. To date, we have facilitated 26 million euros in forest transactions since founding in 2017. And our plan is to reach 200 million euros in GMV in 3 years by entering Finland, UK, and the United States. And combine all these markets, including Lithuania and Latvia, have an estimated 23% of the global private forest size market. And forests are widely recognized as a central climate change mitigation solution. It's our role to protect forests, and acting now is more important than ever. Our team is experienced in forestry economics, forest investments, forest sustainability certification, real estate, mobile banking, IT development, sensors, and biometric systems. This summer, we have received a 1.2 million euro seed investment from local venture capital funds to finance our growth, and we would welcome additional funding. Let's make the forest investment revolution happen. Connect with us.
Perfect. Thank you. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Thank you for the presentation. Do we have any questions? If you have any questions, just raise your hand, please. Yeah. Question from Toby. And then.
Yeah, thanks. So privately family-owned forest, it's very, very fragmented. So how will you get lots of customers?
So we are reaching out to forest owner organizations and forest planting initiatives, and we are also using internet advertising and social media.
Okay, thanks.
Right, hey, you said you raised 1 million earlier this year, but you're looking for additional funding. Is that like a bridge round, or
that's right?
What's the setup?
Yeah, exactly. That's a bridge, convertible bridge.
Okay, last question is from Laima.
Thank you. The question is, you are planning lots of steps in 1 year, and how are you going to fit it, especially if, well, in that case, if you will not raise the necessary 1 million, and if yes, then what is next?
So we have a good team. There are 28 people in our team, and who knows, like what's going to happen. But on the positive note, we have a positive cash flow from ongoing sales in forests. So yeah.
Thanks.
Okay, good. Thank you for the presentation. Thank you for us. And now we go to the last startup of this marathon of pitching, some sort of a pitchathon or whatever we can call it. And we go to Edwaris.
Hello, everybody. Can you all hear me and see me?
Hi, Simeon. We can see the presentation and we can see your face as well. So
can you hear me, more importantly?
We can also hear you.
That's a good start. All right, so let me actually put it on a big screen. I hope you can still see it. So hello, everybody. My name is Simeon, and together with my father, who comes from animal nutrition background, I come from machine learning background. My brother comes from a business background. We have decided to actually fund truly family-driven business, which is around nutrition optimization using artificial intelligence and machine learning in dairy farming and agriculture as such. Farmers nowadays in dairy farming and agriculture in general, or herd growing in general, lack data-driven feedback, and actually that leads to around 15% of the feed costs being wasted. So questions like, is the milk production efficient? Can I do better by modifying the feed? Are seemingly difficult to answer nowadays. So what we actually did is we have developed a nutrition optimization system that, by placing simple sensors into the farms, enables us to collect enough information to automatically optimize the nutrition to maximize yield, because there is a strong correlation between gases, nutrition, welfare, and the milk production of the animals. So what we have built is basically a plug-and-play sensor, and most importantly, a cloud platform that runs a lot of machine learning algorithms under the hood that enable to optimize nutrition recipe every day, so farmer can feed always the best possible feed, which is cost optimal and actually environment friendly. It's basically sold as a software as a service model with actually monthly fees in a subscription. When it comes to our pilot project, so we have ran a pilot project on a farm in Slovakia, where over a duration of around 8 to 12 months, we have incurred 16K gross revenue more while preserving the costs. And we did it by actually producing 6.5% of more milk repeatedly over different periods of a year. When it comes to the total addressable market, so we see around 3 million cow sheds globally. And with our pricing model, we decided to go to charge it as an operational expenditure, because basically farmers are kind of like tight in budgets, right? So for them, it's very expensive to pay 20K upfront, and we have very friendly pay-as-you-go model. What we are doing is basically we can produce more milk with the same inputs thanks to our smart algorithms. And secondly, we can directly reduce greenhouse gas emissions produced by a dairy farming by actually choosing a nutrition that produces less methane as such. So basically, our solution can reduce up to 12% of dairy segment emissions. Where we stand on a timeline, so we have our first test customers, we have filed a patent, looking for an investment and actually scaling up to corporate deployments throughout this year and 10 deployments up until the end of this year. So that's roughly from us. Thank you for that. Some questions?
Thank you very much. There was Edris. Any question? Yes, Toby?
Yeah, thanks. So yes, it's a gas analyzer based on methane, but how much calibration is there needed depending on the type of cows, the say environment in the shed, the seasonality?
We have enough data for our AI models to work within 3 to 6 months since the deployment. And going forward, the more data we have, we can actually work around this cold start when you have a new farm by actually learning from a farm that is similar enough. So currently it's 3 to 6 months of a cold start, but can be actually fixed as we grow. So we see a way there.
So does that mean 3 to 6 months and the farmer can't be certain about the results, or you just provide that, say, as the initial trial period and then start?
Well, basically, we provide as an initial trial period, and we charge once basically we bring a value, right? So yeah. It's what we have seen is we have seen some working since first 3 months, and some took like 6 months to perform well on the data side.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks.
Okay. The next question is from Jim.
Thank you. What size of investment are you looking for?
Well, it really depends, I think is the right answer. So currently we are verifying a market direction with a couple of actually enterprises in the dairy segment. And we want to actually build up a full-blown platform with actually a simple hardware device. So we need money to build up a software on the MVP scale, which basically can enable global scale. And we have something already, but it needs improvement. And we need to build up a device that is easy to manufacture. So we are talking around, I would say 1 to 2 million is a reasonable size of investment once we have revenues and market traction confirmed.
Okay, thank you.
All right. I think that's it. The time is up. Thank you very much, Ediris, for your presentation and being the last one to close this session, taking 4 hours. So thank you very much for all of you who attended. Also, if you are an investor, I know that there have been a lot of you during this session, so we can also be in touch with you. And if you would like to get information to the startups, because I understand that, of course, you might not have get all the emails or contact information during the session, then we will follow up with you, and you are free to to email or schedule any follow-up calls. And so with this, thank you everyone for taking part. Thank you all the startups for doing a really good job in presenting in this very difficult format. And this was the Investors Day of the ClimAccelerator, which is an accelerator focused on green startups in the Baltics and Slovakia, which is supported by EIT Climate Kick and EIT. So also there are maybe some other opportunities for you in which we can support you. For investors, we also have now a marketplace where you can, for startups, where you can log in and see all the investment opportunities. And likewise for startups, you can register there and get access to investors looking in this field. So on this note, thank you very much and have a nice evening.